All right. Welcome. Audio's on me, so don't worry. But go on. They all of a sudden be quiet as soon as like we go live. Like, oh crap, we can't be funny anymore. Here, I'll give you their faces. There they are. So I just want to do a few announcements before we get started. Let's see here. I thought I pulled them up. Yes, here we go. So, announcements. We just want to thank everybody for welcoming us back, because we are back. We did take like a week off. There's a few things going to be happening. We are back on schedule for all the content that we have. This week, of course, tonight, we'll get to that because we're almost there. But this week, besides this show, Friday, our new podcast is dropping on Friday. So it happens at 12 midnight Thursday night. But it'll be dropping with Jeff Roivas. He is a store manager of the local Folsom A1 Comics, and he was our first guest on our new podcast. But we have every fortnight, we will have another podcast dropping on the same Fridays. So like, well, that'd be weird. That's time continuum shit. No. Every fortnight Friday. That sounds better. It's more of a jingle. Every fortnight Friday, we will have another podcast dropping. We have plenty of entertainment. Yes, we have some good entertainment on there. Some good people lined up even to come on the show. So look for that on Friday. And next week, we have a full lineup also. Tuesday, we're back with our Generation Hero. Wednesday, we have One Shot Action Theater. And we'll probably be... Where are we at? Nope, we don't have a local event until the 29th. So, and then we have a local event coming up on the 29th. So, make sure and check out what we're up to. So, we got to give a little shout out to our sponsors. Arknight, of course. They have all the... And I did give those to... Yeah, they're on the table there in case we wanted to use them. But they help with our templates. So, if you go, does that hit me or not? Well, the tape measure don't lie. And you die. So, other than that, we have Ambient Realms, who helps us out with a lot of our music and a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. So make sure and check them out. AmbientRealms.com. Big advocates of Huntington's Disease Society of America, and plus of Autism Speaks. So yeah, you gotta check them out. They've made a lot of money donated a lot of money to those two causes. So make sure and check them out. Gosh, we're just gonna keep rolling with this stuff because we gotta get back into this game. We haven't played for a couple weeks, so let's see if we can give it over. I gotta click the right buttons and find what I'm doing. Let me do this. There we go. I think I can get it over to... Whoa, now you see everybody's names. I'll turn the mic on.
Oh, you couldn't hear us before. Thank goodness, because I was saying some dirty stuff.
It was terrible. Yeah. Well, I actually had to call my mom to listen to it. I needed permission.
But I thought my Romanian was really coming along nicely, though.
It was really good.
You had a salad?
You had a salad? So weird that you were cursed, but I wish that it could never be recorded, though.
Oh, that's Romaine. Never mind. Okay, let's give it up for these guys.
Hello.
It is... Hold on, I can't seem to find my buttons.
Have you guys been working on your character accents? I know I
and
haven't.
We're giving this over to Chris now. It's all
right. Hello, everybody out there. It's time for Coralaire, Chapter 1, The Awakening, Episode number 3. Yay! If you're just catching up, our intrepid group of explorers were supposed to meet up with a gentleman named Artemis Nelor, only to find out that he was missing. So his daughter asked them to try to find him, and produced a list that Artemis had left with her that had their names and some other people, suggesting that they were somehow connected, even though they had never met before. And so they headed south in the land of Coralaire to the border town of Phantom, and then proceeded from there to try to find Artemis. Unfortunately, they came across a pretty grisly but staged battle scene At least part of it was staged. What wasn't staged, some hobgoblins been wiped out by somebody, possibly elves, which was odd because in this word, elves are mythical. Nobody's ever seen them, nobody believes in them, so it was a little weird that a hobgoblin who they found had scrawled a message, elves. Alright, so here's what happened last time. There were 2 sets of tracks leading from the massacre. One was very hard to track, definitely not hobgoblins, something different. You tried unsuccessfully to follow them. But the hobgoblin tracks you were able to follow fairly easily. While you were doing that, you were attacked by a mercenary group during the night. You were able to beat them off. You spared the life of one person to get information. You found out that they were actually hired by Lord Jamez, who was supposedly Artem's friend and contact, and that he was a member of a secretive group called the Bloody Rose, who the captives seemed absolutely terrified of. Anyway, after that, you kept following the tracks until you found the hobgoblin lair. Instead of trying to attack, you actually successfully bartered and traded information with the captain of the hobgoblins. You received a document that they had gotten off of Artem's showing the locations of incidents and a question about the, quote, enemy trying to open a road, capital R, without a key. You also learned that the hobgoblins have been hired by Lord Jamez to kidnap Artem's. The hobgoblins didn't want to say too much, though, because they seemed to be scared that if they told you too much, there would be retaliation from a group called the Wardens. So, you decided to head north to look into, well, first headed south a little bit before you decided to head north to look into the incidents. You encountered a few mysterious events along the way. You met a mysterious old chess player who granted boons to those who played him. 2 of you actually managed to beat him and got very large boons. You found an odd hammer forging a sword repeatedly in the woods, just kind of hanging out, doing its thing. You were passed by a bad-tempered ogre who was upset that you didn't get out of the way fast enough and knocked out and killed one of the horses. And then at night, you received a surprise visit from a very odd trio, a female humanoid with dragon-like traits, a human female, and a small, dapperly dressed ogre. The dragon woman drew a circle on the document that Artem's document, on the locations of the incidents, and suggested that you might want to look in the middle. And when Shalia asked if she was a warden, she laughed and said, "Goodness, no." So, and then you decided to head towards the center of the pattern. As you got more into the mountains, you encountered the remains of a once well-built path, possibly even like a small road or track going up along a waterline gorge in the mountains. There's even areas where old stairs carved into the side and stuff. And that's where we left off. Any questions?
Yes. I thought I was able to heal the horse. Or did that horse straight
you
up
did.
die?
You did. No, you healed it.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no, you healed it. So the horse did not die. So right now, you're probably about 3/4 of a day's travel to what you would guess would be sort of around the epicenter of those incidents. It is nighttime, though. You're in this gorge. It's very beautiful, if you remember the picture. Mm-hmm. It's basically like little waterfalls and trees, and then there's this path that basically keeps following, and every so often there might be stairs that go up. So it seems to be very old, and it's very pretty. If you didn't feel like possibly under threat, it might be a nice place to have a picnic. But it is getting to be dark, though, so probably time to camp out for the night.
Is there anywhere here that isn't just super, super easy for everyone to see us?
Yes, you could kind of hike up out of the gorge onto the side.
Yeah.
Find a wooded, secluded area.
Yes.
Okay.
Shalia votes that, specifically because since we've all been tormented the last few times that we've tried to just nap, I think it's probably a pretty good idea to try and get ourselves somewhere where we start taking it a little more seriously when night falls.
Get a little more covered. Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
So you hike a little bit out of the gorge, and there's areas that are, little clearings. Even you can find an area that's a little, like you go up out of the gorge and then maybe down a little bit, so there's a little elevation between you and the gorge. Yeah. There's more rocks around here. It's almost like kind of around Lake Tahoe, a mixture of rocks and trees and such. Okay, what kind of, you're going to do your 6 and 6 watch.
Mm-hmm.
So who's going to take first watch? Who's going to take second?
First?
I'll take first.
Second.
I'll second then.
All right.
All right.
Let's see if anything.
I'm going to try real hard to remember
Bumps
that
in the
accent,
night.
but I don't think I remembered it last time very well. So.
I think it was an Italian accent.
Slight Italian. Yours
Italian.
is slight Greek.
And I tried.
Yours sounded more Italian than mine.
They did. I was like, it's, whatever, man. I definitely sound Spanish right now.
Rent and watch My Big Fat Greek Man. So the Greeks, right? Think the father, right? Terrible stereotype, right? What are you? I can't read you. Okay, good. All right. All right.
Can I roll anything for college bardic lore regarding our vision of the bridge?
Which vision of the bridge?
The bridge that is currently here, in front of us, in the gorge.
Oh, it's just like a stone bridge.
Okay, so it's not like glowing or anything.
No.
Okay. For
Not-
some reason I thought it was still glowing.
No.
It'd be a little bit more of a conversation if.
I was wondering why we weren't having that conversation.
I wasn't aware you even shared that knowledge with anybody, so. I don't think any of you have shared that particularly.
I don't think we've shared it, but like I could definitely say like, oh, flying bridge. This is weird.
This is just like a little stone bridge.
Okay.
So, all right.
The glowing was in your mind.
Huh?
I said the glowing was in your mind.
This whole time.
You
I
guys
had such a
are
hard-
about to set up camp for the night, and you hear a rustling through the tree line as if somebody is moving towards you very slowly and not like charging, just like walking slowly through the tree line.
I sort of do my very practiced whistle, like, and to alert people, and very calmly begin to unsheath my blade.
Okay.
Can we at all hear if it's a big thing? Like,
No, it sounds like one person moving very slowly towards the brush. And then you hear, "Hello? Hello, you there? Hello?"
Hello?
Are we awake?
No, I think
We're asleep?
this is.
No, this is right before you guys are about to
Oh,
okay.
hunker down.
Okay.
So you've set up, you're about to set watch, about to go to sleep, and you hear this, "Hello?"
Hello.
And you see, coming through the tree line, you see a very weathered-looking old woman with like a kind of like a pack and a walking stick. I noticed. I heard you nearby. I was wondering if we might camp together.
Well, Granny, what brings you out here?
I like to wander the woods looking for herbs and flowers and other medicinal plants. All right.
I see.
My name is Igrekni, but you can call me Eeg. It's scary to camp alone. I thought I might camp with you.
Excuse me.
Alrighty. Bless you.
I can't see why that would be a problem.
You like to wander the woods?
Yes. I live a little bit outside of Phantom in a hut, and I walk the mountains looking for herbs and other things. I'm a pretty good hunter with this little spear of mine. I've got some dried rabbit in my pack. I season it quite well if you'd like to try it.
You seem fairly far from Phantom to be out here by yourself.
Oh, if you're as old as me, you know how to hide and learn the ways without getting seen.
I turn to my compatriots and I go,
Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to check my knife. Alright. And I use my useful knife to detect magic.
There is definitely magic on her.
On her.
Yes.
Okay.
well,
We just watching him with his knife.
She, while you guys are kind of deciding what to do, she's kind of like sat down and she's taken off her pack and she's starting to take out food. And she's like, "Would you like some dried rabbit jerky? It's quite good."
No, thank you.
I'll try some.
Okay.
we would be happy to. No.
It is quite good. It's very tasty.
I think it would be fine. Would you mind staying?
As you eat it, though, it does taste really good, but there's something in like the aftertaste that's bitter that does not taste right to you.
I think it would be.
I also have honey cakes if anyone's interested.
No, thank you. I think he's like,
we would be happy to
Roasted chestnuts?
escort you back to Phantom tonight. I would.
That's impossible. That's like a 3-day journey.
So you're 3 days out from Phantom.
Roughly.
Why don't you stay up with us for the first watch? Would you be willing to do that in order to stay?
Well, I
in our
was
camp?
hoping to go to sleep, actually.
As were we, but we have to keep watch in order to make this place safe.
Do you eat any more of the jerky?
I just took a
Okay.
nibble.
So you're not going to eat any more?
No.
Okay. I've got, spiced meat, anyone?
I don't drink. I lie.
More for me.
Oh, please, we don't want to take any of your food, Granny.
Oh, it's okay. I keep caches in the wood in case I run out.
That's very kind of you.
And he just Charlie kind of looks at everyone like, okay, tell me if I'm right or wrong. Would you be willing to stay up a little bit with us and then potentially waking up and leaving a little bit early? You must understand we are far away from Phantom as well and don't know you. You must understand.
Oh, yes, the woods can be a scary place. You look so emaciated. How about a honey cake?
No, thank you. I think Charlie touches his stomach like I'm not.
You, young lady, you need to eat more. And you feel compelled to start eating one of the honey cakes.
Okay, so Mara leans over and grabs it.
But again, it tastes really good, but in the aftertaste, there's something bitter that doesn't taste right.
I'm going to say Mara will keep eating it.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right. Keep going, man.
Keep going.
Honey cake.
Eat it off.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. She's like, well, I'm going to go to sleep now.
I think Charlie doesn't push it anymore, but he's not happy.
No. I look at Charlie and was like, I'm not happy either.
All right. Well, good night. Does she pitch a tent or anything? Do we
She's
actually
got
have
like
tents
a
or just a
she's
bedroll?
got like a bedroll.
Right.
Like it's summer, so it's not very.
All right. So I think Shalia would just mention like, okay, y'all are free to go.
You
to
sure
sleep.
you don't want a nip of meat? It helps me sleep. It's quite medicinal.
No, thank you. It's against my religion.
Oh, a man of faith. Interesting.
Little faith, but yes, thank you.
All right. So who's taking the first watch?
Me and Porter.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I think Shalia is like, okay, so you stand on one side of her, I'll kind of stand on the other, and then we can like look out that way. Not like not like like over her. Like,
No,
yeah,
I know what you mean.
So wait, so Harry, what are you doing?
So, like, if she's sleeping here, I will stand here and kind of watch out that way. If you stand here and watch out that way, sort of like that way we can keep an eye out on front and while also watching her at the same time.
Okay. All right. So about 2 hours later, you see what looks like almost like a blast of energy in the woods, about maybe 50 feet away, but it's quite silent. It's just like a thing of light blasting. Each of you roll a d20.
I got 4.
Okay. 18. Your mind is telling you what you're looking at is not real, but you think it's real.
All right.
Well, I would
50 feet away from the camp.
I would probably like hit the ground like quietly, but and then maybe just be like, we gotta wake these people up, yo. So I think Charlie would just be like.
At which point I'd be like, stay, man. Like, stay here, babe. This was an illusion. A trick.
I don't believe you.
What?
I mean, I don't think he would say that, but he'd just kind of look at you like, even if this was an illusion, who's making it? This is still stressful. And so I think he would still just like tap you guys and like just be like, yo, be aware.
I'm just waving your
All right,
arms
you
like,
go to
"Yeah."
you're being, since you're a little distracted by this flash, when you go to tap Mara, you see the old woman has her hand on her forehead.
Mara's forehead?
Yeah. And but she's still sleeping.
All right.
Mara, roll a d20.
We got this. We got this. Noise.
20. Wow. You wake up suddenly screaming, and you right before you wake up, you were dreaming about when your family left, and it was super vivid. But then all of a sudden, it seemed like it was like somebody. Imagine you were watching a movie, and all of a sudden the movie screen started shrinking, and as if it were being like pulled from the back, as if it were just being yanked away, and that causes you to wake up screaming. And when you wake up, the old woman like wakes up, and her hand is off of you, and she's like, "Oh, did you have a nightmare?"
Oh.
At this point, I think Mara would kind of be like breathing really heavily, like she's
Oh, yeah.
sweating.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
And Charlie's like, good question. And I think he might like kind of like shove the old woman as kindly as he can to like kind of work his way in between Mara and Eve, because he's like,
Okay.
what?
Are you going to shove him towards me?
I probably am just trying to get her away, so I'm not trying to
Okay.
like knock her on her butt or anything like that.
The commotion makes me up.
Yeah, probably. She's like, "Ow! You're very rude to an old woman."
What were you doing?
What did you do to me?
I was sleeping. What did it look like?
Not like you were sleeping?
What do you mean?
We don't like strangers. At which point my rapier is fully pointed out and brandished.
So are we trying to kill the old lady now?
Good sleep.
I think
I don't think
it's
I
like,
can. No.
we are not trying to kill anyone.
All
I
I
think
did was offer you some food and tried to sleep. Why are you pointing a weapon at me? But if you don't want me here, I'll go. She's like crying now. It was hard enough to lose my own family. Now I try to make friends with strangers. Everyone's so mean.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We are not trying to be mean. We've all lost someone, I'm sure. He looks around. He doesn't actually know. But actually, he knows about it. Maybe.
That's
but
a
he's
general
like,
thing to say around here.
I'm sorry. Unless you'd like to keep watch with us for the rest of the night for protection, I don't believe.
I need to sleep. I'll go over there and sleep.
All right.
You say when she jumped back, she woke up?
Yes.
I think that would be best. I don't think Shali is trying to like keep her away. Because I mean, like, actually, can I roll a perception check or
Yeah, sure.
or like an
When
insight?
you're trying to insight.
Yeah, I just want to see if she's like being genuine with
Okay.
us. Like, is she really like? Is she truly an old ass woman? Oh, that's a big old 12.
You're not sure.
Great.
She's definitely an old woman, though.
Well,
She
nice.
looks, she looks really old.
Can
Yeah.
I roll a perception
I-
check?
Sure. Insight. Whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Might I
I think I
suggest something?
was doing insight.
Yeah.
Does anybody have rope? We can just tie her.
No,
So
she's not a captive.
5, so 18?
18.
That's good.
You're getting the sense that she's not being very sincere.
I think she should.
And also, you feel like you were sleeping deeper than you normally would have.
I think something was in her food. I think I made the mistake of eating it. I don't think she should stay here.
And neither do I.
Oh, that makes 3.
Okay.
Please, we mean you no harm, but you cannot stay here.
Fine. I'll move along.
Is there any food that she's left for us that I can grab? Because I have detect poison and disease. That
No, she's wrapped it back up.
mother effer.
She's putting on her pack. And she's like, I'll go find somewhere else to sleep.
We could still tie her up for that.
No.
Well, remember the last old lady that we angered?
We lied to, and then she gave us bears.
Exactly.
No.
Sounds like a disease.
Great.
Fine, I'll be heading out.
Bears.
Good luck to you. And do not return.
I know.
We'll see.
I-
She heads off.
Okay.
Funny thing. Old women.
Shalia still feels bad.
They can't, you can't feel bad.
He does.
But an old woman out in the woods alone, 3 days from home, and just decides they're going to take advantage of our hospitality, that spells trouble all over it.
You got trouble, my friend.
That dream
I-
was real.
And
What's your dream?
I saw my family.
Cool.
I was a kid, and it felt like it was just like a memory.
Dreams and memories can be.
But it felt so real, you don't understand.
What else did you say?
why would you scream if it was your family?
They died.
All right.
Ah.
Who was on second watch? You two?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
None of us are wizards, huh? No, you're. None of
I'm
us are
magical, so I count. Are you asking in character or out of character?
wizards. In character.
Okay.
all right.
Because like, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Because my bardic knowledge of just general things would lead me to believe that a wizard could cast like an alarm spell in case we were ambushed and we could all get some sleep.
Yeah, we could do that.
Each of you roll a d20. The two on watch.
11.
A 9?
A 9. Okay. You guys had brought food with you, right? All right. Roll another d20, each of you. And you've been probably hunting too.
10.
7.
Okay.
It's a bad rolling kind of game today.
You notice, like, let's say you had killed an animal to eat and then roasted it on a fire. You notice it's now, you're looking out in the wood, keeping watch. You notice it's actually like 50 feet away in the woods, and it's moving slowly along the ground.
The dead, charred, cooked
dead
animals.
Yes, but you also see like a thin rope tied to it with a hook going into it, like somebody's pulling it.
So is it just me, or is there food walking away?
Yeah, I think it's slowly moving.
We're asleep, so we don't see this.
I'm
I mean,
dreaming of family too, I guess.
now that I look a little
Not
closer,
dead though, they're cool.
now that I look a little closer, it does look like something's attached to it.
A string, perhaps?
I go out. You said 50 feet, right?
Yeah, it's about 50 feet, and it's just kind of moving along, and every so often it'll get like stuck on a branch, and you'll see the rope kind of tug, and it'll hop over a branch.
I'm gonna go run after it.
Okay, all right. You go to run after it. Roll a d20.
We're asleep. We have no.
At the end, there's like a box with a stick, and
16.
Okay, you hear this voice, like maybe another 10 or 20 feet past it. You hear, and you can see in the dark too.
Yeah.
So you first hear a voice go, "Oh crap! Oh, I shouldn't have probably said that either. Ignore me." And you see this creature. It looks like somebody took an ogre and squashed him. So he's like 5 feet tall instead of 10 feet tall, but all the mass is still there. But he's dressed really dapperly, like. And he's like, I'm not here.
Show yourself, or I'm gonna light your shoes on fire.
Okay, but don't tell my boss.
Is he like still on the rope, holding on to the thing?
No, he dropped it.
Okay. Like take
So
one
he
from
kind of walks forward. You can get a better look at him. He, as I said, he looks like a really squat ogre, but not quite as thick as an ogre would be, and maybe not fully ogre-like.
All right,
But he's carrying a spear, but on the end of the spear he's tied a rope, and the rope is hooked to the. So when he like stands up straight, the meat jerks. And he's got a crossbow on his back, but as I said, he's dressed very kind of dapperly.
I call out tomorrow. Hey, I found this really ugly-looking guy back here with me. Try to wake up the other two. We're gonna need some backup.
So I go and turn to them and I shake them lightly awake.
Huh? And you stay where you are. Don't move.
We found someone.
Right.
Great. I'm never gonna get a good night's sleep again.
Nope.
It's not Eeg again?
He was trying to steal our food.
You when you wake up and you look, it's the same creature that was with the woman who visited you. Remember, she had two companions.
Cool. Shalia hates it. I think he'd like see it and just be like, like that was one of them. That was one of them. And he's awake now, and he's like bumped up and like probably is like looking for his sword and shield and is like, what are you doing? Put down our food.
How many of them were there last time?
And
3.
So when you say put down your food, he goes like this. He picks up the spear and he starts like going like that to try to unhook the meat from the end of the hook. And
Can y'all execute him?
so far it hasn't come off. He's like, just come just a little bit further. Just come on. It's almost there. Almost there. Just a little bit. And then, nope, it still hasn't come off. So he's sitting there flailing this piece.
Stop that.
And why are you here? Last time your friends that helped us. Why are you here? Is no one else freaking out about this?
Well, I'm just like...
There we go.
Yeah.
And the meat flies off.
Can I roll to catch it?
Sure.
Like meat baseball?
18. 13 plus what? Plus my dex?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say 16.
Yep, you managed to catch it. Good. Came off. Good. Very good.
All right, hands up.
Vaxtra at your service.
What?
Vaxtra at your service.
Why are you here? Are you following us?
No, you're not moving, so therefore I cannot actually be following.
Have you been tracking us then?
Nope. I just was told to come over here and keep an eye on you.
So you want to steal our food?
Not really. I was kind of hungry and smelled good.
I have a man of simple tastes. Sex, sleep, food. Come across any of those and interrupt them, I become a very, very angry bot.
I only got about the first 5 or 6 words of that, so...
You have interrupted my sleep, where I was dreaming of sex, and my food. You are prepared to die, yes?
A lot of words. Vaxtra at your service.
Where are your friends?
Can't be the way, yes.
Someone kill him.
Are they far away?
Probably a mile or 2.
Someone kill him now.
Can...
Shall we go there?
Why? No. They put us to sleep last time. I don't want to fight them.
I like sleep.
But what we can do is have them lead us, and we'll be right behind them.
So they can kill us when we get there? What are you talking about?
We still have the goal of getting to the center of the map. Yeah.
Good night.
No, someone do him.
He just turns and starts walking away.
Just slap him on the head then.
What's that?
I'll just slap him on the head then.
You're gonna try to slap him on the head?
No.
Okay.
Why not? Why not? So
You do it then.
Can you shoot him?
Why would I shoot him?
Because he tried to steal our food.
He
Well,
was
you're so
hungry.
adamant about that. Why don't you stab him?
I brandish my rapier, and go after Vaxtra to stab him.
You're gonna.
No.
Okay.
Try and kill him?
Sex, sleep, food. I was dreaming of sex,
Okay.
and he's stealing my food.
You injured him.
All right,
Please, no.
You run up
I
behind him.
want to hang back and hide a little bit.
All right.
before.
So you run towards him, and as you get closer, he turns around and he holds his spear in front, and he goes, "I might be a runt, but I know how to use this pretty well."
Great. So do I.
All right.
Can I just try charm person, please?
Do you have that?
Maybe hold
All
on.
right.
I do.
All right.
Are you casting on Porter? Or
No, on Vaxtra.
Okay.
Um.
There's a save on that.
Yes. Make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
Raxtra. With an R.
I love barbecued squirrel.
And then it has to be to 14.
Okay. You cast it, and it seems like it's going to work, but then all of a sudden the magic seems to dissipate for a second.
Probably has a magical item on him.
Monster.
Yeah.
Are you trying to stab him? Roll initiative.
No.
You guys gonna join me, or am I gonna play this thing by myself?
I mean, Shelly is kind of freaked out. Like, not gonna lie.
I'm gonna see if his friends show up. I'm hanging back.
19. Plus, my dex is 21.
Okay. So you go first.
Let's see. What? You're just sitting there tortured.
Let him get out.
What is it with your religious types and your inaction?
He's having a panic attack. Let Shelly be
You
sad.
could always stop him. You can always.
I
just
do.
say, "No, wait."
I do vicious mockery,
Okay.
and I go, "Ooh, my name's Vaxtra. The only thing I know how to do."
Raxtra.
Raxtra.
With an R. Raxtra.
So Raxtar.
Raxstra.
Rastra.
Raxstra.
Oh, that's a lot of unnecessary consonants, but okay.
I'm
I'm making fun of his name, not...
Is there a saving throw on that? I can't remember.
Vicious Mockery?
Yeah.
Let us see.
It's not the same as common mockery.
Or gentle mockery, or just a jab in the ribs. It's vicious. It's pretty vicious. I would say... Whoa. T-U-B is before W. Sorry. Vicious Mockery. Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Again, it seems like you do the spell right, but then it just seems to fizzle.
All right.
That's just a cantrip or is it a spell?
It's a cantrip, but it does cost 1 action.
Okay. So you can...
I can't really attack, and I can move back.
Yeah.
All right. Clearly, something's not working here.
Mm-hmm.
Raxstra, what are you doing here?
Um,
And I'm trying to persuade him to tell me what he's doing, what his objectives are.
what's your AC?
50.
Okay. He takes his spear, throws it up, catches it so it's reversed, and bonks you on the head. And you take...
25 points of damage. You are
He's big. He's strong. I think.
bloody.
Well,
Annoyed.
That's right under bloodied.
3, 7. You take 10 points of damage, but not
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal damage.
Okay.
He goes, "Stop that!"
Really? You steal my food, and then decide you're going to tell me to stop being so aggressive.
Anyway, and then he throws it up, reverses it. He's like, "Good night," and he starts walking away again.
Wait! Don't walk!
Wait,
Let me apologize on behalf of my friends
Yes.
here.
Oh, very good.
The other night we were ambushed by a bunch of rogues, so it makes us a little cagey and everything. So
Excellent. I'll go report back then.
Wait.
no, wait, no,
Everything's
you don't have to
safe and
report.
Please, why are your friends following us?
Well, I don't know.
And then why are you following them?
Well, I always do what she says to do.
Why?
She's the boss.
Of?
Me. Anyway, good night.
Please, can you...
And he turns around and starts walking again. Everything's okay, right?
Are your friends protecting us?
Well, she told me to make sure you're okay.
Because they want us dead or alive?
I don't know.
Okay, well, come back when you figure it out.
Good night.
At which point I go, I hope you trip and eat mushrooms that are bad for you.
He just walks into the night.
Oh, okay. Okay,
So we're being followed.
Nice.
I
They-
hate being followed.
As do I. They are the ones who told us to come here. They are the ones who put us to sleep. I am...
Oh, they're the ones who put us to sleep.
Yes!
I didn't know. I was asleep.
Yeah.
I just said
That would have been information you could have used a long
said
time
the
ago.
moment I woke up, I told you they are the ones who put us to sleep.
You didn't say how ugly they were, though. That's something you could remember about someone.
And I was grumpy because I had just been woken up when I was asleep.
We are following a map that 3 strangers gave us in the middle of the night, and you are fine. You let him walk away.
They didn't give it to you. She circled the instance and suggested you look at the middle.
I thought you figured that out. I didn't realize strangers had given it to us.
I told you, does no one listen to me? I didn't keep this a secret. Does
you
no?
did.
When I speak, does no one listen?
I assume half of it's a sermon. And it's
So Charlie has literally never mentioned his god like more than 3 times, maybe, and only to insult you. So I don't.
twice too many. Oh no. I'm sorry. Porter extends his hand out. I was like, "Can you help me up?"
Yes.
Okay, fine. I didn't realize that you were so Fragile?
Okay, just so I can get a head
Excuse
count.
me.
So on top of assassins waiting for us, now we have to wait for a group of ugly little guys coming after us.
All three of them were not like him. He was the shortest and ugliest of the three.
Oh.
There was a dragon and a reptile person.
Oh,
So,
a out of character
Yeah,
dragonborn,
yeah.
but you guys don't know what that is in character.
So there was two scaly people.
A dragon-like humanoid
Yeah.
with green skin, a thin human female, and
Yes.
then this guy.
Yes, and that is what I say to you.
Okay. Right.
All right.
And-
When I say dragon,
They
that's
all
gonna be
had
hard to miss.
They all had Pantaran accents.
Pantaran accents.
Yes, which is like kind of that Royal British, but usually heard in like India or Southeast Asian kind of.
All right.
The Queen's English kind of.
Yeah, that's
What
what.
that sounds like. No, never mind.
If you've ever seen The Usual Suspects, Mr. Kobayashi, Mr. Sose.
I have not seen that.
I think that's what Shalia says. And I mean, like, he is, joking aside, legitimately freaked out. Because, I mean, like, not only did these people actually put us all to sleep, like, they are now following us, and they are giving us clues and apparently checking on us and stealing our food. So, I mean, should we leave? Do we need to go?
Okay, so one thing
No.
you do, kind of as you think about this encounter, Raxtra struck you as being very stupid.
Yeah.
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 And ogres in general, right?
Yeah.
You realize now, since you saw him much closer and talked to him, you're assuming, although you've never even seen one or heard of this, because humans in Coralaire would never do this, probably, but he's probably some sort of like half ogre.
I think that I just think that Shalia would probably want to leave, or just like I don't know if he'd
A
want
monster
to leave. Like
like
Shalia, I mean, like he really is at like a loss. Like, do we follow them and try and attack them, or talk to them? Do we keep going and try to go even faster?
I'm not into running scared.
Well, if we keep going where they want us to go, it could be a trap.
Well, that, and if our magic doesn't work on the least of them, what would you think would happen on the other of them?
Okay, so it sounds like there are a lot of factors that we don't know. Yeah. The only thing we really have is a direction.
everybody roll a wisdom check.
I'm rolling so bad. I got an 8.
19.
Okay,
20.
okay. You guys both think about this thing. It kind of occurs to you. They were able to sneak into your camp at night. If they wanted you dead, they'd probably be dead, right? That on 2 occasions they did not do anything to hurt you, and also when you threatened Raxtra, he specifically used his spear in a non-lethal way. So it would strike you as odd that these people are trying to hurt you necessarily. Although there are obviously strange motives at work here.
I still think that Shalia is like significantly freaked out and doesn't care. Actually, especially I mean, like he is so paranoid about being followed and things like that.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't care. Like, F these people, F this. Like, we should not literally trust anyone who's trying to have us followed. Like, who knows why or what they're thinking.
Shalia, I don't know your past. Maybe you have a good reason to run at the first sign of trouble, but sometimes the best thing to do is sleep on it and wake up refreshed in the morning. When your strength is stronger and your head is a little bit more on. I'm not saying this to discount what I'm sure is the basis of a very interesting lifestyle filled with stories and details that I have never had any privy to. But I would think as a religious man, you would be able to incorporate something called faith.
I think he just kind of looks at you and is like, I don't know if you're being a douche right now. I don't know if you're being cool right now, but I don't like it.
So are
No
you
one
guys
knows.
going to finish out tonight?
I'm going to sleep.
I think Shalia
So you two are up.
We'll finish.
All right. Are you going to stay up or go back to sleep?
I think maybe he'll stay up and then just kind of like nap on the horse.
Okay. You might take a little impairment for lack of good sleep.
That is.
Can I get rid of my non-lethal damage?
Yeah.
Can I get rid of the damage that was quote unquote non-lethal?
Well, it's been long enough. You guys have rested. You've gotten all your HP and spell slots back.
I wake up.
Okay, the next day, you continue along the trail,
I think Charlie's just like, shut up and get on the horse.
and you kind of reach the end of where the water is coming from. There's some waterfalls, but then off to the side, there's a pool. I actually have a picture of this. I'm not sure if I posted this last week. Let me just bring it up on the computer. I don't have the charger. It should be okay. Sorry for those watching at home.
Don't be. You get to see my face.
So, I mean, have we... This is in character, out of character, kind of in the mix of both. Have we talked about how fucking weird everything has been? Because my thing is, like, we have just kind of been, like, chilling and going along. But, I mean, Shalia's life has not met this many magical instances or assassins or monsters literally ever. He's dealt with people and had to fight before, but I mean, like, we are seeing illusions in the night. We are being attacked every time we sleep. Like, every goddamn night.
Yeah, we're
So
very
we are
tired.
in a wilderness area.
Still, but I mean, like, we are...
Should we have a role-playing session to sort of just hash these things out between our characters? Because I agree with you. Like, to say that we're going to gel together is kind of annoying.
So this is what it eventually ends in, an area like this. So there's a source of water on the side, but then over kind of behind it, the water has backed up, and there's a murky pool, and it looks like there was stonework here, and there's an opening into the stonework.
And that's leading to the little circle thing. That's kind of...
Well, you're around that where you would guess that's where you are.
Okay.
And
I feel like it's an appropriately dramatic place to have that hash
and
out.
there's writing over the entryway.
Yeah.
And which is about 10 feet wide and 20 feet tall. The pool is murky green, like, because it's not. So the water basically flows mainly this way and off to the side of this pool, so it kind of stagnates. So algae's grown over it.
Okay.
But this looks to be pretty old, as you can see by the architecture. It's probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. So I think Shali would probably stop us and just be like, "What are we doing?" Like, just very dejected. Why are we here?
You have to remember why we were brought here all together in the first place. We're trying to find this man.
Whom we have never met, or we don't know the slightest thing about them.
But he knows a lot about us. And that's important enough to keep going, I would assume.
Important but not comforting. I mean, I would have to say that we've already been double-crossed. We've already had to deal with dangers that have given us a lot of material for nightmares. So we need to figure out what it is that brings us together. Because I'm sorry, I just don't know enough about you.
And I'm sorry, I was hoping to meet this man to make my life easier. And we have done nothing but make it harder.
This is true.
At this point, I would honestly go back to the life I was living, because what could he do that would make this okay?
Yeah. No, totally agreed. I came here for answers, but I'm asking more questions.
So, before we move forward, one of the things that a lot of heroes do in the stories that I read and tell and sing about, they tell each other who they are. I'm used to being by myself, so I don't need it. But we've already spent more time together than most. So if or when you decide to do that part, maybe I'll join you.
I think it's important for you to know. Then, I am wanted in a few places. Hence, my secrecy. I didn't do anything wrong, which is why I'm here.
Which places?
A lot. of places.
How many places? No, not how many places. Name 3. Name 2.
Give me your map. I would see all up and down the Balanarif, which is the river, pretty much the entire Northwoods, and most of the Besselfor, maybe part of the stretch. I went really, really, really far north for a long time. I came down to meet Artems from Carpelos, which is literally the top of Coralaire.
Yeah.
So I was like up here when I came down to Shaw. So lots of places.
So the Northwood is pretty much off limits.
I traveled down here to find enough being careful. But I don't really want to get into it. I'm just trying to be honest with you. There are questions that I want answered as well. And I just need to know, how are we going to move forward? Because if we see more people who are trying to kill us, can I trust you not to run away?
Well, we haven't ran away so far. Now let me ask you this. Have you angered anyone far up north for them to make the trip down here to kill you? And specifically you?
No, I think.
So I think you
If they would have done that by now.
All right then. I'd say you're pretty safe out here in the middle of nowhere, next to this green lake and really old castle.
Percy, roll a d20.
17.
You hear a voice in your head that says, "Seek the truth. Always seek the truth."
And is this my voice or am I like...
It's not your voice.
Okay.
As for me, I live by a very simple code. I go where the fates decide me, lead me to go.
And what fates led you here?
Well, the fates that told me that an old man knew who I was, enough about my name and how much he wanted to buy.
And that's your motivation for being here?
That's all I need. Fate can be a very fickle thing.
I'm well aware, but... I wish I had your faith then, says the cleric to the magic man.
The cleric just heard a voice.
Yeah, right. And I gotta say, Charlie probably kind of like keeps that like on the DL, because that's pretty fucking uncool. And again, I think it just... So, we move forwards, and from here on in, the moment we meet Artemis...
Well, we still need to hear a little more about our ranger friend here.
So my past isn't so much I'm looking for slaves. My parents were killed, and I got a letter from Artem saying that he knew what happened to them and why. And so I want to know why. There was something that happened recently, and I wasn't sure if I could trust you guys with it, but we've been traveling for a while now. I was trained by this man named Paul, and before he left me, he told me to trust the flame and not the rose. And all of our maps here have flames on them, but then the brotherhood has a rose. And I just thought that was really weird, and I just want you guys to be careful and not to trust the brotherhood.
That was the group that was trying to kill us the other day. The Brotherhood of the Bloody Rose, right?
Yeah.
So it's all slowly connected.
It is. You see? Hey.
Pixie dust. Fuck you. Very offended. I think Charlie is like, thank you for saying that, I think, very sincerely. Thank you.
Like it or not, we're all in here together. So we all are here to protect each other. So maybe not being so jumpy, that'll help us a lot more.
Or it will help us a lot because we have people trying to kill us, but I understand what you're going for.
Understood. Good.
Let's get going.
Okay. Is the door like now? It's like just like one of those like awkward moments where like no one really. I feel like Shelly is like go stare at the wall now. So
we all bonded. We all do a group hug.
no,
Let's do a group hug.
no.
Group hug.
Yeah.
Shelly definitely doesn't. He's walked away before y'all said group hug.
Mara's following.
Yep. It's just you and Porter in the middle right there.
Myself.
Porter, getting one big hug from a very small magic man.
Yeah. You like to be lifted up? A very small magic man?
Yeah. Give me your big, strong arms.
Damn, that's hot. Scoop him up, kind of like embrace him, like, yeah!
Defo. Well, Jolly is definitely like, okay, Mar, let's go. Thanks for being,
Alright, set him down with respect.
Alright.
Give out my hand for him to, like,
The clap echoes in the now as far I am definitely going to explore like the door and looking up at the you said that there was writing.
Yeah, it's not so much a door as an opening.
Okay. So can we just like peek in? Could we just walk in if we wanted to?
Yeah, it's not blocked, and there is writing in the rocks above the door, the open way.
Can anyone read it?
So if you remember the glossary, there was two forms of the language.
Mm-hmm.
There was like the very basic one, and then there was the fancy one.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the fancy one, but it seems to be like in a very, very old, archaic version of it. So you need to roll an intelligence check to see if you can read it.
Oh.
Well, Shali is like,
You just gonna throw away the d20 at that one?
I got it 2. That is the second worst thing I could have rolled.
8.
Okay. Damn.
So 15 will do it. It says basically it says here is the tomb of Telman Jure, one of the last builders, dedicated to the family. And family would be capitalized, sort of, if you can imagine this. So, with the hopes that someday the builders may return.
I think.
Do you share this with us?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm assuming like...
You're reading it out loud?
I'm reading it out loud, yeah.
The mention of the builders again.
Yeah. Because Ennis,
Yeah.
the
That's
chess
what he
player.
called us.
called us builders.
Yeah.
Called us builders?
He called us the builders.
Yeah, he did. He said it was nice to see you again. And he did call you builders, but he seemed a little confused.
Prophecy work is not an easy task. I learned from my stories.
It so says this is the tomb of Telman Jure, one of the last master builders, dedicated to the family and the hope that someday the builders may return. I think family is capitalized, not like the family, like brothers and sisters. Obviously, the family is the name of something.
Okay, I was going to say, are we the family?
No. We're the builders. Maybe we as builders are part of the family.
Talman Juro?
Dre.
Jure.
Yes. So, I think Shalia just kind of motions to people and maybe tries to walk inside.
Mara, you notice there's a lot of... first it was hard to tell because this area looks like it might get wet sometimes. There's a lot of moisture. But there's a lot of tracks going in and out of the opening, not human. There's like 2 main sets of tracks. One, something larger than a human foot, possibly webbed, and then something smaller, but not as many of those tracks.
And do I know what the tracks belong to?
Roll a check.
So 16.
Before your mod? Intelligence.
No, 16.
You're not entirely sure, but you think these might be lizardmen tracks. And then the other ones might be kobold tracks.
Okay. So I would share it with
Both
you.
of which you probably wouldn't come out during the day.
Yeah, I would definitely share it with you guys and let you know that I think something close.
Is the tomb that we're entering in, I'm pretty sure it's pretty dark, right?
Yeah.
No torches to be found. Well, except for maybe
no,
someone with
you
dark
guys have torches and glow sticks and stuff as part of your standard equipment.
Alright.
Well, that depends on how quietly we want to go in. You said there are tracks, right?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of tracks?
As you say that, you do take another look in. It almost seems like the walls are almost like glowing slightly, like with a very soft glow.
I think we should proceed.
Enough to... Is that glow I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Is that glow enough to like look inside, or do we still
That
need...
glow will let you see about 20 feet ahead.
Okay.
I think it would be smart for us to proceed, perhaps without torches for now.
I think I can understand that.
Very carefully, very quiet.
I won't be very good in a fight. There's only so much I can see in the dark.
How long would it take for us to like light a torch up?
Just
Like an
around.
action?
I mean, not very long. Yeah.
Right. I would think if we are all on our guard, I can keep a torch ready for us if we need to fight.
Okay.
That's good enough.
Okay. Do you want to use a torch, or do you want to use like a glow rod?
Glow rods would probably be easier, huh?
We have glow rods.
Yeah, they have such things.
Yeah, my knife also acts as a flashlight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Plus, I can just conjure up a...
Does anybody remember if like a sun stick is out to 30 feet or 60 feet?
I don't remember that.
I'll look it up.
Let's see, my knife says it's...
Well, your knife is special though. I'm just saying like a standard, adventurers pack.
So if we have anything to light up a torch, I can just light it up for us.
The only reason I ask is, because torches create smoke and flames versus, let's see. Playing the game. You're ready to focus.
Us.
There's never an equipment table around me. Here we go. Alright. So... Actually, this is the right place. A torch lets you see 20 feet and then a dim light for another 20 feet. A lantern lets you see a cone of 60 feet light and then dim light for another 60 feet. A hooded lantern lets you see 30 feet radius and then 30 feet dim. And these are all things that I'm okay saying you'd have because they're not expensive and you are level 3, so it's like you could be
Maybe like a small lantern then.
But there's usually something called like a
like a sun
stick. I think they're called.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing them here for some reason.
You can use a lantern. It'd probably be a little bit easier to procure anyways.
I just don't know why it's not in here. Somebody out there tell us.
Yeah. Tweet at.
I mean, it was pretty standard in 3.5.
I think Shali would probably also volunteer to maybe go in first.
So you're gonna have a bullseye or a regular hooded lantern?
Probably like a hooded lantern.
Okay. So 30-30 then. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you this. How about you and me go in first, since I don't need a lantern, so you can just stay close to me, and then turn the lantern off to be able to, so they can follow up behind in case.
You don't need a lantern?
I don't need a lantern.
Did he tell us that before though?
He's mentioned it.
I mentioned it.
Oh man, I'm not listening either. Shit. Alright, I think Shali is still a little iffy and maybe doesn't believe you yet, but is like, alright, buddy. So
We still haven't gone in. Okay.
no, we're going in first, I think.
Are we staying behind?
No, we're gonna follow.
You're coming up in the
Okay.
rear. Yeah, it's close by, but with the lantern,
I'm
but not
gonna draw
enough.
this. I realize I always draw from my perspective. I'm gonna draw it from your perspective.
So we're gonna have the lantern. We're gonna look at it so we can see her.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty squishy.
Oh
so-
wait, are we using the lantern now? I thought we were just going to try to go without the lantern.
You and me are going together.
Oh, okay.
A little ahead, just outside of the range of the lantern.
Okay.
So in case I do see anything,
Yeah.
we can all hang back and then come in together as a group.
Okay.
So we have the lantern lit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not going to draw the first part because I want to leave room on the map. But basically, the first part of the opening, it goes in basically 10 feet, and then there's another 10-foot section where there's very shallow, broad steps leading down. So it only drops about maybe 3 feet over 10 feet. Like, they're really wide steps. And the stonework in here is very smooth. Like, it's been worn down over the years, but as you go further in, it seems more and more smooth because it's gotten less exposed to the elements. Almost like it might have even been almost like marble-like at one point. And then it just seems to keep going down. And you can see further enough ahead that it seems to keep going down for a little bit on these smooth steps, smooth, broad steps. So how far in do you want to go?
As far down as it takes for us to accidentally hear a noise and then run back up. Would be Shalia's.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay, I will tell you, it seems to go for a total of 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet with 3 step sections before it seems to open into a very large room.
Yeah.
And you can hear a flow of water coming from that room, kind of like you hear from a small stream or something.
Yeah. I think Shalia would still probably want to go down into that stream.
Okay.
Can't go anywhere else.
All right.
Let's see. Can I do a perception check to see if there's anything suspicious around?
Go ahead.
I'll join.
12.
Ooh, 18. Oh, plus perception.
That's
The 18, there's some kind of nasty odors coming from up ahead.
22.
Some foul odors. Not pleasant.
Like dead things kind of foul odors, or like nasty
Some dead
water?
things, maybe meat roasted.
Right. Can we hear anything?
No,
Aside
just
from water.
the stream.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I think we should keep going. Are you guys following us? Too
We
close?
are,
Okay.
to an extent.
Okay, so I'm going to draw where it kind of opens up.
Right. And I think, like he's drawing. I think we would be like, just like stop and just be like, be careful. I don't know what a be careful thing would look like.
Well, yeah.
Or maybe he'd like tippy tap over to you guys, like, yeah, and just be like, hey, there is some like dead stuff down there, lots of water. Probably hear it from now. Be careful, things are probably going to get real shitty real soon.
We could do like a sort of like a stoplight signal, like 3 knocks, good, 2 knocks, warning, 1 knock, danger.
How far can you see out with 60 feet?
I can see 120.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. All right.
That dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the devil staff. Well, that's the name of the invocation, but yeah.
Not literally.
I'm not
Sure.
a demonic.
Sure. That's what all warlocks say. It's not demonic.
Just misunderstood.
Yeah.
It's just some otherworldly power, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be demonic.
Yeah. It didn't want my soul.
Well, the good news is
It's like
you
a
can
fair
see out
trade.
that far, you can just draw the whole room.
It didn't ask for it. Yeah, it's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's like,
Look at my demon eyes.
it's like I'm not satanic.
Which
like
we're
the
saying,
old
not
sense
knowing
of
you're a
warlock.
warlock.
No, if you like look closely in my eyes, you kind of just see it's kind of like little stars and stuff. It's like kind of shimmering. And I'm like looking across like the cosmos.
Shalia would definitely find that creepy.
I would find that attractive.
Well, that is how Porter and Shalia differ.
One of many.
Oh no, it's just just that.
You have to look
Definitely
really
just
close
that.
though. It's just
Are you telling me that Shalia and Ox wouldn't get very, very close all the time?
Well, how deeply do you want to look in my eyes?
Very deeply. No.
Oh,
I don't
Well,
even
you
like
would be able to see the end of the room, but I'm going to say you moved in a little bit so you could see the end of the room.
Cool.
And I don't see any remains or anything.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
Okay.
Slow your wagon there.
Alright. So excited.
Slow your roll, Pilgrim.
Also, side note, Charlie probably still doesn't trust you all that much. He doesn't like think that you're bad. He's just like, I don't believe that anyone can be this aloof.
Well,
I don't trust your happiness. This attitude,
I'm happy to prove you wrong.
Not acceptable.
Oh my god.
Unacceptable.
That's very overconfident little man.
I love that. Very overconfident little man.
Lots of side-eyeing going on.
That's water. We use the green for other elements.
Okay, a good character reference? Think Luffy.
Monkey Luffy? That's your character?
No, just personality-wise.
Too chipper.
I'm gonna be
king of the pirates!
Yeah.
And that's definitely Ox's catchphrase. Said all the time in the last 2 episodes. Definitely top-notch, exactly how we know him.
I'm going full magical girl / shonen.
Whoa! We did have several conversations about that.
Transformation sequence every fight.
Exactly.
Madoka Magica?
Oh, yes.
Is that dark?
Nope.
Have you seen it? Yes.
It's super dark. I love it. Have you seen it?
I've seen that.
Oh my god, it's really good.
Netflix it.
It's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. Like it's like one of the I consider it one of the best animes of the genre.
Okay, I'll check it
Saw the
out.
whole series, saw the movies. Amора's my waifu, even
Yeah.
though she is Satan.
I like it too.
That explains a lot.
Wait. Is she the one with the black hair?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I love her too.
My favorite is the blonde. I forget her name.
Mommy.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love her too.
You really need to watch that.
You really do.
And
Like
this is definitely what we're all talking about.
Okay.
Like, Shali and Porter are just like, yo. There's anime.
Alright,
I'm playing it on the
Oz
loop.
is like, yo.
I'm totally down with it.
And
Mara's like,
Charlie went in.
Oh, okay.
And then how far back were you guys?
30?
I think so.
30 feet.
30 feet. All right.
Far enough that their lantern
There.
light can't really
Okay.
maybe see us.
Yes.
So you can't see this, but he can see this.
Yes.
This is a very large room. There is like the floor here has been either eroded or cut, so there's a stream of water flowing through. It's about maybe 5 feet wide, and it disappears into tunnels here and here. There's alcoves along the sides of the wall. Inside the alcoves are statues of varying condition of intactness. Some are still fairly intact, some have been broken. There's in alcoves too, it looks like there were maybe frescoes of murals painted to show scenes that they've been broken off or defiled. These are pillars, some of which are broken, some are not. Over here, it looks like there's a partial collapse. So, oops, did I not make that symmetric?
We get it. We
Oh,
feel it.
Yeah, this is supposed to be one over, but okay. Yeah, and you can hear the stream flowing. It's not flowing too fast. Oh, and there is one other thing. There's like a pedestal, like right here, with more of that writing on it, and this is completely intact.
Can Shalia read it at all within Stargate? Or actually, you tell us. You tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have to do another roll? Or?
No, because a lot of the words are the same. it says we thank the family for all they did for us. Perhaps we will meet with them and embrace them once again.
Now, can you see the source of the nasty smells? Can you see perhaps any monsters in here?
That's the next thing I was going to ask.
No, you don't see anything moving around.
And I don't see any kind of like holes dug out in the walls or the floors or anything like that.
Roll a d20.
Okay. 5.
No.
Shalia used his echolocation.
You are not a baxter.
That is like one of the most like, frustrating things in D&D to see. It's just like, can I see anything like holes or things in the walls? Like, well, roll a d20. It's like rolls. That's a low roll. It's like,
Nope.
no,
and you believe it.
and like everyone else is just like, can we roll? It's like, no, you can't actually.
So then I think that once I suppose Charlie gets the okay, he'd probably grab his lamp and maybe turn it on so that he could potentially see something.
Yeah, let's
and call y'all in.
Yeah, let's call everyone in. Let's all go in together.
Still as quietly as
Okay.
possible, but come on, fam.
Do you want me to just move you forward?
Sure.
Sure.
Tell me when to stop.
Yes.
Here?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you guys moving in?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Do we would wait for them to come in with us, right?
Yeah.
So I think they would probably be closer to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just waiting for them.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys get to about there, let's see. 10.
Bears.
No, not bears.
Damn.
Not bears.
Always bears.
Why would you do this?
I'm not trying to, but look.
What is your AC?
15.
What is it without? Oh, they don't do that. They don't do flat-footed in this, do they?
Oh, that's a great question. I remember in 3.5. I don't remember in
I
this
don't
one.
think so, right?
No.
Okay.
Do you know what flat-footed means?
I mean, like, yeah, like in like life. Like,
Let me just check one.
Oh, it would just be like you're like because when you're in your bow stance, you're like a light, so that you have the ability to like move quickly.
Yeah.
But being flat-footed is
Somebody
being,
like catching you off guard.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, is that like podiatry? Flat-footed? Like,
yeah, no, I know what you
Look
mean.
at this. Scooter put little things here.
This Scooter's so helpful. Shout out to our organizer, Scooter, who is very kind
yeah.
and consistently opens up the space for
Yeah.
us. So, you can find him on Patreon, I think.
All
Time
right.
to Tabletop Patreon.
Right, okay, simple way to get this. They would have, I can just say they would have advantage. So let's see what happens. Alright, so that misses, and then who's next to you? Mara. Mara, what's your AC?
15.
That's a hit. Okay, so
that's a
two
hit.
javelins come down at a steep angle from somewhere above. One barely misses you, and one hits Mara right in the back. And you take 7 points of damage.
Oh no!
Boy, howdy.
Do you need healing?
I believe so. Something's in my back.
Okay.
Oh man.
This is gonna hurt, and I kind of like get behind her and like put a foot on her back as I like grab the javelin.
Wait, are these javelins that came from a wall like a booby trap, or we're like, oh crap, no, we gotta roll initiative because something yeah.
Well, you tell me. Are you gonna look around, or what are you gonna
Oh
do?
yeah, I want to look through it at me.
Okay, so
I probably
you,
see you screaming, so like
you turn around and you look up and you see in the ceiling, you see two panels have opened up, and you can see there's some sort of humanoid figures behind there, and they're holding javelins, like getting ready to throw more.
So, am I strong enough to kind of like just grab Mara around the mid-waist and kind of like move her out of harm's way.
Well, she can move herself out of harm's way.
She was just stabbed in the back! Can she?
She has a lot more than 6 hit points, though.
Yeah.
And she has
so
armor.
we can move?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
I said we should bounce.
So we need to actually roll initiative because we're now in a combat situation.
Damn me. I got a 4. I think
So did I.
I got a 3.
I got a 4.
Wow.
I think I've literally rolled like one thing that's over 10.
They rolled very poor.
Plus dex plus proficiency bonus, so I'm at like 9.
No, you don't roll you don't get your proficiency on.
I don't get a proficiency on initiative?
I don't think so. Well, it doesn't matter. They roll really badly. So, all right. So you guys are all gonna, unless somebody rolled below a 3, you're gonna go first, and then they're.
How did that happen?
But it's still a 6.
They rolled a 3.
Still a 6.
Wow. Okay.
5. Big old 5. Yeah, my 1 initiative.
I have
All you guys know is
You got
you
6.
heard a scream, and you saw Mara go and you saw a javelin shoot by Porter's head.
All right. So you go first, huh?
Yeah.
So they're behind us or above us?
Yes.
Nice.
Came down at like a 45 degree angle.
Okay.
Okay, so who goes first? You.
I have to go first. All right. I'll cast Eldritch Blast. Can I see them at all?
No.
Or just
No, because they're that way and up, so there's no way you can see them.
so I'd have to turn around. Or?
You'd have to go up. You'd have to move past your comrades, which is fine, and then do it.
Take an opportunity attack against us.
This opening is only 10 feet.
Yeah.
How
well,
high above us?
It's so the opening was originally 20 feet, and then it dropped down. So it's about 15 feet. So no, let's say it's 20 feet still. So it's 20 feet. So let's see. If you were that far away, and they were coming, yeah, you wouldn't be able to see them.
Yeah.
It'd be too steep an angle.
All right. I'll use my very useful knife. I'll use the whistle on it after the direction where the javelins came from.
Okay.
And that's distracting. That's a distracting whistle to them. So the whatever through the javelins have disadvantage on the next one.
Okay. So basically, any enemy who hears it has disadvantage on their next roll.
Yeah.
Right. There's no save on that one.
No.
Okay.
And that's 120 feet.
Right. Okay. Good to know. All right. And remember, the two people who won the chess game, you guys have, when you roll a roll for combat, you have advantage. Those of you who played, you got it for 24 hours. It's been 24 hours, unfortunately.
I thought you said it was for a month.
No, for you and you two, it's a month. For them, it was 24 hours.
So Art is
The only way you could have beaten him was to roll a 20. You got so lucky.
Ugh. Monsters.
Okay. So, when you blow the whistle, you hear some screams coming from the panels there. You also everybody roll a perception check.
I do, right?
13.
Okay. Anybody get over a 15? 15 or above?
I got an 11.
Okay, so you hear some screams and howls from over here, but you also hear some coming from this tunnel.
Are there a lot of tunnels in here?
As
Or
far
just
as
the
you
one
know,
with the-
there's the entrance and exit for the water.
Okay.
Actually, entrance, exit.
So I think Shalia maybe would yell. I mean, I don't know this term, but it's a free action. Just like,
Hey, pretty much stop it.
stop. Something like, we'd. I don't even know. Like, we're here for the builders or something like that. He would try and like throw out some buzzwords to see if he can't get get someone to like maybe stop, but would anyone respond?
I respond. It's like, oh, that's so cute. Hard line, you do have one.
That's all he says. Just quietly.
It's like, shut up!
Eat a dick! Actually, don't. You'd enjoy it.
Okay.
Rude. Order.
Suck a pussy.
Now you can
Suck whatever you wouldn't enjoy.
Move.
Yeah, because your action was using the whistle, so you can still move if you want.
All right, and I heard stuff coming out.
Yeah.
There. All right, I'll move closer to there.
Closer to it? Okay, how close? Right next to it, or?
The little rogue guy.
Oh, how close do you want to go?
Let's say.
I mean, you can go in too if you want. It's like it's 5 foot round, but you'd have to get in the water.
I'll just move 2 squares up.
Like here? Oh,
Over here.
okay, cool. All right, who else would like to do something?
Was there no response to the yelling? No. Okay.
Yeah. Who's next in initiative?
It doesn't really matter.
I would-
because, I mean, it's the party, so.
I would probably run to Mara and try and like run her out of there, because if we can't see the monsters,
Well, who
Shall
was
we
next
only
in
use-
initiative, actually?
I rolled a 7.
I rolled like a 5.
Okay.
So I would be next.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Shoot. Okay. I assume that we both moved out of the way after being shot at by the javelins.
Well, you'd have to move. You're right. This is what happened, and now it's your turn. You can move.
Yeah.
If you stay where you are, you're probably still in range. If you move, they will not be able to hit you because they can only hit as long as you're in that tunnel or right outside of it.
So, as a minor action, can I like bump Mara forward, like with the open palm of my hand from the back, considering that she's already been like stuck?
That would be an action trying to move her. She can move herself. She's not impaired.
Okay, that's true. She's not impaired. So instead, I'll just let's see.
Took your whole arm off. 7 hit points is a lot for a.
There isn't too much I can really do, as opposed to because it's coming from 2 panels. You said it was coming from 2 panels in behind us and above.
Yeah. Like somebody had slid open panels and threw down javelins at you.
Well, I could just use my full action to move further into the room.
Okay. Or you want to use him the laser pointer? Where do you want to go?
I would like
square
to
is
go.
5 feet.
How many? What's the full action I can move?
30 feet.
30 feet. I would like to go from here to about here, if possible.
Okay. Here?
Yeah.
All right.
There's no reason for me to have to deal with those individuals. They're more protected. They're
I should have done this for you guys, but you were moving so slowly. But for you, you got to jump over the stream. So roll a d20. It's
plus Dex?
Yeah. It's basically whatever that skill is.
Acrobatics?
Yeah. Or there's no athletics, right? It's just
No.
No, there is athletics.
Oh, there's
athletics.
strength.
But if you want to do a backflip,
or acrobatics, either one, whichever, because it's a jump.
Yeah, because I'm a Dex guy.
Yeah,
backflip,
that's fine.
Backflip.
I mean, it's a low DC unless you roll really
Yeah, I'll
low.
do a backflip.
I mean, I could, if I pressed, I could jump over 5 feet. So
It's 11.
they're fine.
Yeah.
It's a tiny backflip.
It'll just be like a.
Now, do you want to take any
From a
action
car.
other than moving?
Yeah, I would like to do. Well, actually, if I'm using my full action to move, I can't do a spell or anything like that, can I?
Yeah, you can. You can move and do an action.
Okay. So
Now, if you want to give up your action, you can move. You can use a double move.
I don't think I want to do that. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit longer than I meant to.
Marge, you know what you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just want to move past Porter and then turn around and face the way.
All right. Use the laser pointer.
Right there.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll a d20 for getting over the stream.
17.
Okay, that's fine. 1, 10, 20. So that's going to take. That means you're not taking an action then.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I should ask you guys, which way are you facing?
It's facing
The tunnel. Okay. I can't tell which way. Okay. And which way, Porter, are you facing?
I am just making sure that my compatriot can get out of harm's way, so I'm turned around towards Mara.
Okay. Well, she just zipped by you.
Oh, well then I'm not turned around towards Mara. I'm facing forward again.
Okay.
And-
Well, all right, that's fine.
So
I mean-
the noises were coming over from
Yeah.
this end or the other end?
All right, Shalia, what are you doing?
I am, because probably going over to, he does a backflip and then goes over to Mara, but without the backflip.
Here?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, close enough to protect her. I don't know if you're bloodied enough for him to waste
Not
the
yet.
spell slot.
Not yet.
But, he definitely goes over to make sure that you're not, like, too messed up. And yeah.
Okay. So that is your turn.
It's my favorite. It's fast.
It's my first time trying it too. It's pretty good.
It's like the smoothest.
I'm just not a huge fan of cold, so I can't touch it.
Okay. Nothing happens
On their turn? At all?
on what would be their turn. So it's your turn.
We're surrounded, but I can't find the enemy anyway.
What end did you say the
Do we all
noises
have a
came
lantern?
from?
At this
There
point,
or there?
at this point, do we all take out our lanterns and do stuff? Because I feel like maybe on my turn, if I can retroactively pull out an actual lantern so that I have.
That's
something
fine.
to look at. Okay, yeah. So
Okay,
I'll turn my ash on so I can actually see.
It's the rock in here kind of luminesces a little bit, so the range of your lantern is increased.
Oh.
It's kind of like, if you go into a place that has an indoor pool, and it has like that shimmering weird. That's kind of how it is in here.
Yeah, okay. Can I turn to face where the noises came out from the tunnel?
Yeah, I assume that's. Oh, I see. It's like that.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I was already turned around then.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what the front was.
Okay. And do I see anything in there?
No, but you do hear noises and what sounds like some sort of language being spoken that you don't recognize. Harsh language. And maybe the sounds of weapons.
Okay. Let me move a little closer behind the pillar there.
Here?
In front of it.
Here.
Yeah. And then... And I can't tell if, it's getting louder and closer to us or not, right?
No, it doesn't seem like it's moving closer, but it is getting louder.
Okay. Alright, then that's my turn.
Okay. Who's next? I think Porter is.
Yeah, so what I will do is I'm going to stick close by Ox because he is small and squishy. And he also has some of the sharpest battle instincts for perception. And I'll just probably move 10 feet. So from, I don't know how many feet that is actually, from here to here.
It's not very far.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will defend. Not
Okay.
doing anything.
The rest of you?
Have you guys said that these are like actual people? Because I think Shali at this point just thinks this place is booby trapped.
Mara would relay that they already were.
Okay. I guess he tried to yell. He wouldn't have yelled at a booby trap. Whoopsie daisy. Continuity error.
Movie traps wouldn't be making weird noises after listening.
It's true. That is true. It's like, maybe they're smart statues. I don't know. I think maybe he'd probably kind of shrug at Mara and then head over to the to head over to the tunnel and then potentially actually like shine his light inside. It's backwards. Shine his light inside of it, inside over here. Since everyone is kind of just staring at it, he'd probably be just like, "GTFO, bruh," and then walk inside. Not super much. He doesn't care too much about his pants getting wet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's as far as you can go, unless you give up an action.
I'll give up an action. I'm not going to do anything else. So he'll just kind of run over there and then maybe go in like 5 feet inside and shine his light. Would he be able to see anything?
You gotta get in the water.
That's fine. Ooh. That's all right. He's sloshed through bogs before. He's a bog slosher.
I will. The bog sloshing, cleric worshipping hashlinger.
Oh my god, I'm done. And actually, Shalia, he actually dies. He gets eaten by a monster and dies right here. Actually, that's what happens. I'm sorry, guys.
Roll a perception.
Yeah, it's a 16. I think that's plus 4. So I think
This
it's 20.
tunnel is not natural. It was made
Recently, it doesn't look like it's the same as.
much more recently than this. Not necessarily within the last month or so, but it's man-made.
Okay.
Man-made.
Yeah.
It goes up and then it bends to the left, so you can't really see. But the sounds are louder now. You can hear talking in another language, and the sounds of weapons. They sound like they're coming from maybe around here.
Okay. I think he might turn to everybody and be like, "I vote maybe we go out the other tunnel." So rather than trying to go and fight these people, running the other way, because there's another tunnel over there, and unless we rush over there and hear people from that end, in which case,
alcoves with statues, tunnel, partial collapse.
does that mean that
Pillars.
partial collapse is in we might be able to squeeze through?
Possibly it's partial.
All right.
It does not go fully to the ceiling.
All right. Okay, Shalia says maybe not this way. So.
Okay.
Alright, Mara, do you want to do anything?
I would want to move closer to the partial.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go right up to it.
Okay, can I see anything?
Yeah, it goes about 15 feet. Actually, this entrance is only 10 feet tall. It goes about maybe 6 to 7 feet up. So you'd have to climb up on the rubble and try to squeeze through, like climbing on your belly.
I would relay to you guys that this is a possible entrance.
Okay. But there's no more sign of danger, I suppose?
Are you guys done?
Yeah, that was the last person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rotation.
You
I think actually
see.
I got a 5.
This part of the
Stone
wall swings open
It swings open?
Oh, crap.
like that.
And who comes out?
Okay, I can reach.
You're to the bear woman.
If it's the hag, I'm gonna go ham.
Whoa. Be nice, she's my mom. It's my new headcanon.
Oh, the one that like tried to like mess with her memories?
No, she was like Eeg.
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 Oh.
No, I'm talking about the bear lady.
He adopted the bear.
Yeah,
These are
in my fanfiction,
smaller than they should be, but I'm just
Shalia
using
was
them
adopted
because
by.
they're convenient. 5 lizard men come
That's
out.
not my mom. My mother is a trove of lizards.
5 lizard men?
5 lizard men.
Da-na-na.
4 dead corpse, 3 good spells, 2 little rings, and a nice way through them.
They're big. They're big. You know, don't be fooled by the figure size. I'm just using them.
So 5 lizard men and 1 woman?
No, 5 lizard men.
Oh, they're all.
Just an incredibly beautiful lizard man.
Yeah.
They must die first. I am most beautiful.
I'm the most beautiful lizard man.
Okay. And they all throw javelins at you.
Have we seen these before? I mean, kobolds, are they like spooky? Are they
No,
kobolds?
these are just lizard men.
Lizard men. They're all just regular lizard men. The figures just.
I just used. What's the difference between a lizard man and a dragonborn?
Lizard men are like wild monsters.
Oh, okay.
Dragonborn are like civilized.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever played Soul Calibur?
Okay. So Javelin has a +4 to hit. Alright, so let's see. You harshly in the tunnel, so it's going to give him a disadvantage. 10.
Wouldn't they get a disadvantage from the whistle?
That's right, they do.
But did they hear it?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's this round. So. Oh no, that was last round. Yeah. So plus, what's your AC?
17.
It misses you. And then this one attacks Porter. Gets 15. What's your AC?
Who's?
Yours.
15.
Sorry, signature.
15. So tie goes to the defender. So it hits your armor and doesn't go in.
What kind of javelin bounces off leather?
Well, it goes. Let's say it goes in, but it doesn't make it all the way through. So
He's like, work on your throwing arm.
what's your AC?
13.
You get hit by a javelin.
Oh no.
You get hit by a javelin, and you get hit by a javelin. You take 3 points of damage.
Ox, you small creature I must protect.
Mara,
Goodbye.
what's your AC?
15.
You get hit by a javelin.
Mara,
You just like
For another 4 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
no.
Okay,
I am.
I think you're bloody now.
I think I'm pretty bloody.
I think you just like crawl in the tunnel and like.
I'm just gonna go crawl.
All right, it is.
It's okay, I can help.
It is Ox's turn.
And they're all huddled together like that, right?
That's where they are. Yeah.
Okay.
This one did not throw a javelin.
That was definitely.
Seemed to be directing the other ones.
I was hoping that door's gonna open. It's like Artem's is here. He's gonna take us. And
What is it ever that easy?
guess not. It's like play games like Casper.
all right.
I do.
All right. I will throw one of my frost gloves.
Okay.
And that's.
Have you used any yet?
No.
That's the first one. Okay.
That's my first one. And it's a 10-foot radius, so that would still get them all, right?
Well, where are you going to put it?
I was trying to see if I can get it right.
Right here? Okay. Yeah, the best place to put it would be right here. That would get 3 of them.
Okay.
Nowhere else would you get. Well, did here you get 3, or here you get 3, but I don't think you can get 4.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'll, that counts as an action, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, then I'll just throw it in
Okay.
the middle 3.
It's not really an attack, but it is a dex check. So roll on your dex to see how well you throw it.
3.
3. Okay. So
I watched the log.
You're a little off. Let's see which direction. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, and let's see how far off you are. Fortunately, you're not too far off. So it lands here instead of here, and it shatters. So that's 5, 10, 5.
Oh, should we use some of the templates?
I think they're too big for this.
I see smaller looking ones. I understand.
No,
That guy's just out of range. But you still catch these 3. And what does it do again?
It's a 3d4.
3d4.
Do you want to use one of my D4?
Alright, sure.
Friends give you your dice. Them encourage. We believe in you.
That's
Shit.
3.
Fuck.
That was awful. Thanks, guys.
You had some really bad friends. I'm so fucking sorry.
What happened?
They were just all ones.
3 1.
3 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Each of them?
Yep.
Alright.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
These rolls. I don't.
My rolls have been so bad. So bad.
I do not blame you.
I am like legit a natural 4
It's
or
still
5
pretty cool.
anyway.
He throws this
Damn.
tennis ball-sized globe, and when it hits, it just bursts with this cold that flows out. And they're pretty freaked out by this, at least. I mean, you didn't do a lot of damage, but
They're lizardmen. Warm-blooded, cold-blooded.
Yeah.
they didn't like that. So, all right, who's up next?
Me,
Mess him up. Mess him up.
taking the initiative from Ox and trying to combo off of his cold.
Yeah.
I go ahead and cast Shatter, and ideally in the same space. There is a template for Shatter.
But they're not frozen, so
That's fine.
okay. So remind me what Shatter does.
Shatter conducts a sudden loud ringing noise.
Okay.
Each creature within a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. And
Okay.
a creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
3d8. Okay. So Constitution.
Exactly what
Yes.
I mean.
What's your spell save?
That's a great question.
It's gonna take me a hot minute before I.
When you shoot, I don't know the technicalities of what makes a spell save.
So it's in the book. You'll need to look it up.
I have it written down because I knew I was gonna.
I'm gonna roll. If he gets low, it won't matter anyway.
I lied to you.
Yeah, that's not gonna matter.
Bye.
That's not gonna matter. Okay, you know what? It's not gonna matter because 2 rolled really low and 1 rolled really high. So these 2 missed their save. That one made their save. So roll your 3d8.
May I borrow some d8s from my friends?
Yeah.
When's the last time you guys
That's a d10.
That was it?
Cheater.
Thank you. Trust my form. 7.
All together?
Yes.
Okay. So those guys take. He's up to 10, and then this guy took half 4. Okay. All right.
That was my major action. I mean,
You can move now
I can move. I will.
if you want.
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let me just move 15 feet, if that's possible.
Yeah, which way? How?
From where's the laser pointer? From there to about there.
Okay. Here.
Yes, thank
Right.
you.
Mess him up.
All right. Shawty, you're up.
Alrighty. What's happened so far? Brief me.
I've comboed off of his.
Okay. I think actually Mara was next. She got a 6. I got a 5.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
Mark next.
my turn. How far away are they from me?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
No.
35.
Okay. Can I move?
I mean, definitely bow range,
Yeah. Can I just move like maybe right here?
if you like.
Yes. And then shoot at that orc or that lizard man. Right?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
I believe in you.
Do it.
No pressure.
I believe it's plus 5.
14 plus 5?
Yeah.
19.
That's definitely a hit.
Oh yeah.
And then, so you're going to roll your damage and then add your dex and then plus 1 for your bow.
7 plus my dex.
Plus 1 for your
Okay,
bow.
so 8.
8. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
This one is very badly wounded.
You said it's damage plus dex plus 1.
She has a bow that gives her plus 1.
So
on a
the
ranged,
dex-
on a ranged weapon, you get your dex as a damage modifier.
So you do count your dex in it.
Oh, so it'd be what, 11?
Yeah.
So 11 instead of
7.
Oh,
I mean, 7,
great.
8.
All right, so this one's dead.
He was like, I'm fine. No, he's not.
All right.
Always ask.
All right. And then
Yeah. I'm gonna use. I think I'm actually gonna do Sacred Flame, my boo. Which is just they have to succeed a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Are you doing? Can you do it in a group or is it on one?
I think it's just on one.
So you can do it on which one?
Um,
These three are wounded. This one's wounded more. This is not wounded. This is not wounded.
Which one's wounded?
These two are wounded. This one is more wounded.
Okay, gnarly. I can get all of them. I want that one.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. So dex save.
Yeah.
What's your save?
I believe my save would have to. You'd have to be 14.
12 plus 0. So no.
Nice. 1d8. That is an 8.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think. Yeah, I think it's just 8 radiant damage. They don't.
Okay. So this one is looking really.
The wrath of my god. That's one of the powers.
I think it's everybody. They retreat. They
That's
go
funny.
running back the way they came and close the door.
Oh.
Oh, did you move after your?
Oh, snap. Yeah, I get out of the water because it's wet.
Okay, where do you want to go?
Let's go towards Ox.
Here?
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so since they've gone, are the people up at... Oh, actually, can I see up into the rafters? Are those people gone?
It's kind of hard to see at that steep an angle.
Okay, cool. Then I vote
I
we...
mean, they couldn't hit you from there. So
Nice. I vote, or Shalia votes, that we check that guy for dead stuff, see if there's anything cool in there, and then try and go through that passageway that's partially blocked.
Second.
All right, let's do it.
okay.
Who wants to do it?
Me, I'll go pilfer the riches and then dip.
All right, I'll move closer.
Come on.
That sounded like a really great, like, sort of like Velveeta Mexican cheese. Pilfer and dip.
His favorite food.
It's only carrying
Family recipe.
a spiked shield and a club and a
Picture of his family.
a javelin, so he's not really carrying anything.
Like only
Grab the
a
shield.
spike shield. I heard that. I was like, take it.
Exactly. Does anyone want a spike shield?
It's not very good. It's like made of a shell of something.
That's fine. It's good for us while we're in the dungeon. We can throw it away once we leave the dungeon.
You can throw it at someone. All right, cool. Grab it, throw it at Ox. Do you want a little shell?
I'll take the shell shield.
Okay.
All right, you got a little shell.
All right.
It's from a big clam. And then yeah, we just, or at least I know Shalia's like, okay, bye. And honestly, I don't think he checks that guy over too much. He just want to leave.
Okay. So what are you guys doing?
Or
We're going to check out the partial
Yeah.
exit.
Okay.
while doing so, can Shalia kind of like look at the murals? So like he kind of like goes around the long way, like
Oh, there are
kinda
murals?
That's
In
like,
each alcove, there's
yeah. Or actually, he I guess he doesn't know that
Statues
there's
and murals.
murals. But if he could just walk this way and kind of like look around and see if there's anything interesting while he.
Well, that's going to take a while.
If he just like kind of like scans them.
Well, I mean, you're not going to see any details unless you devote a couple of rounds, right?
Well, are we still doing things in terms of rounds?
You're still in a combat situation.
We are.
Okay. Then Shalia will take one round to stop and look at, let's say, that one.
Okay. That one is full of goats.
No. Oh, okay.
Goats?
I thought you said ghosts, but goats are
Awakens?
even better. He opens a small passageway and just ghosts fill out like a Skyrim mod. Just starts spawning everywhere.
The one thing I forgot to add to it. Alright. Let's see. Take 3 to 10. That, which one? This one?
Yes.
It's, the statue, from what you can tell, seems to be a hooded figure who looks like it was maybe skeletal, and he's holding a balance. It looked like he was maybe holding a balance in his hand, and the mural seems to show people like floating from our world, like through a portal into some sort of underworld, with him sitting on the throne, and they're approaching him.
Can I roll and see if I...
Wait, this one?
No, the other
This one. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Can I roll to see if I glean anything from that at all?
Roll a d20.
Please, baby. Oh, okay. Would that be plus history?
Intelligence plus, I want you to add your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Intelligence plus my proficiency?
Yes. Because you're a cleric. This is religious stuff.
Oh, sorry.
That's 15.
That was really mean.
2 is 17.
Okay. So you're not sure, but you think this, because you've tried to study other religions, that this might be some sort of god of death or fate, but you have no idea what the name is or anything. Okay. All right, and the rest of you are heading over. Well, eventually you're all heading over here.
Yeah.
Okay. It is a partial collapse.
I think Shalia would want to check one more out before he left too.
Okay. So you're checking that out.
Yes.
You guys are checking out the partial collapse.
Yes.
So let's go to the partial collapse then.
Yes.
All right. So partial collapse people, what would you like to know?
Would we be able to blast them? Does it lead into a hole? Like into?
Well, there's definitely a passageway going forward.
Would be able to,
10 feet wide, 10 feet tall.
Okay. Would we be able to blast out the rubble?
You might be able to. They're pretty big. You can crawl along the top, but it'd be very slow. It looks like it's about a 10-foot long blockage.
Okay.
So
So if I cast like Eldritch Blast on it, could I break down some of the rubble? Or?
probably, yeah.
I can try to do that.
You can do that.
Rocks.
All right. Tell me about Eldritch Blast.
It's 1d10. What do you want to know about it?
Is there usually a saving throw?
No.
Okay. And it's 1d10 of damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
That's a T10.
All right. Thank you. 7.
Okay. So you clear it, so now it would definitely be easier to traverse. Now before you'd have to like probably be on your stomach, now you could actually kind of hands and knees.
Okay.
You could do it again, it might clear it more.
How do you guys feel? Is this hole big enough, or do you want to make it bigger?
Well, I'm still injured. So.
I'll take care of that.
Okay, thank you.
It's fine for me.
Fine for you? All right.
I would like to use my turn to kind of thrust the healing fluid upon my downtrodden compatriot. Let me just make sure. That's a bonus action, so maybe I can do 2.
Okay, what do you want to do?
2 healing words, please.
Okay. How much does that heal?
1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which would be charisma.
Okay. So go ahead and roll.
D4, D4. Can I have my D4 back? It's pretty and white and...
It's right here in the middle.
Oh, thank you. White and red. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So you get 5 back for the first one. And since I'm doing it twice, 3 plus 3 is 6. So you get 11. No. Yes.
Yeah.
You're healed.
Literally
Okay.
all
Now, the passage has been open so you can go one at a time, hands and crawling on your knees. So if you start doing that, you would have enough time to look at another alcove.
Okay, yes, I do.
Which one do you want to look
It
at?
is probably going to be the one, because I don't think I'm going to try and escape too much. I think I'll probably go to this one. So I did that one, and I want to
Go
do
to
this
the one
one.
at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any that I can see in my lamplight that are big Can I see the specifics of the statues that I would?
No, they're all kind of in the same state of disarray.
Okay, then yeah, I'd go to the one at the end.
Blink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This one is a woman, and she looks like she's got a bow and a quiver and like knives on her body. And the murals show scenes of people hunting.
Can I again do another check and see if...
Sure.
I got a 1.
You think she's the goddess of cities.
Oh, snap.
No, you have no idea.
Nope.
Nope. All right, so
I don't even know what a woman is.
Who's going through first?
I'll go through. I'll go
Okay.
first.
Boink. All right, who's going through next?
Mara can go through next.
All right. Are you going to try to check out another one?
Yes, God, I'm going to go
You
there.
have to walk over.
Oh, is there one right next to it?
There's this one, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Where's that little...
For the love of God, please. I want to roll good.
Okay. This one is of a male who's kind of like this, and it looks like maybe at one time there was glass fixtures in each hand, trying to simulate like magic or something. And then the murals look like they were probably scenes of magic and different planes of existence and stuff.
Cool. Defo gonna try.
Okay.
Hey, it was an 18 plus 7.
Plus 7?
Wow.
Oh no.
Plus
wait.
your proficiency.
4 plus 4. Whoops.
Okay.
Plus 4.
This one you actually have heard of. You think this is an ancient god who was worshipped named Estafir, the magician, known for the god of magic and knowledge. And you also know that he was part of a group or pantheon of gods.
Do I know which one?
Nope. But they had a name. You don't know what the name was.
All right.
All right.
Nice.
All right. You got to make a decision. You can look at another.
I'm gonna look at one more shit.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'll tell you guys all this. I'm so sorry. I'm just so curious.
All right.
Can I look at the one that they're not looking at?
Well, I thought you were going through.
I haven't gone through yet.
All right.
Those two went, and they were like,
All right.
"Ah,
So where are you going to go then?
So, from my understanding, you've gone to
I went to those 3 over there.
this one, and this one.
No, and that one. That
This
one.
one?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will go to
You can go the one in front of me. I haven't looked at that one yet.
this one.
And you'll go that one?
Yes.
Mhm.
All right.
Can I get like a boost from my knowledge of lore,
You can... Yeah.
or get like an advantage to the roll or something?
Definitely not an advantage. Go ahead and roll.
Here we go. Plus what?
Plus... what?
Plus what else? Plus
What'd you roll?
17.
17. What's your intelligence?
Plus 2.
I'll give you a +1. It's a god. You're not sure what his name was. You think it began with an A. He was called the Craftsman. He was known for smithing and craftsman and construction. And he
Wait,
got like
so-
a big hammer.
So a 19 won't give me a name?
This is a very high DC. And you... I forgot what I rolled. Did that one. It's a woman, and she looks very like devout and like basic, and in the murals you see her healing the sick. If you want to roll a d20.
Nope. I'd have like a 9.
Okay. Are you guys going to head through?
Yep.
All right. Let's erase this. Let's spin the board around and play Wangerdom.
Wingerdom?
When you get home, look up number wang. And then you'll lose probably 30 minutes looking at all the variants.
Number wing?
Wang, number wang.
I think that while we're going through the tunnel, perhaps hurriedly and huffily, just
Alright, who wants to be a good player and get
Shalia.
a paper towel?
I'll get it. Shalia would probably be like, "Yo, I think that was like a god room."
So, when you go through, basically, you come...
Do you need water or something like that too?
Yeah, a little bit of water. You come to a section where it goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet. But this time, there's 3 step sections and it's going back up.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Oh, can you grab a dry one too?
Okay.
Thank you. This time it's going up.
We all do a very choreographed dance down this hallway. Charlie begins beatboxing to an homage to his Skrillex dubstep god.
I was looking for all I have is 1/8 squares with another big one.
Oh, no, this is fine.
So I was like,
And once in a while, I use cast little sparks.
Come on, Laura, what are you doing? We got some loot. Okay, tambourine, sparks, dubstep. Come on, you're the one who's got to sing then, Mark.
Alright, so eventually it opens into a chamber. And this chamber is not as tall. It's more, even though it's square on the sides, it actually goes up to like a dome on the top. And remember, each square is 5 feet. And then on this side, here, I'll just show the whole thing first. There's like a dome's alcove.
The sound of doggy nails tapping on the floor is legit one of my favorite sounds in the whole world. It's the way our doggies sound, and it's my favorite thing. And that's what Shalia says in the middle of this.
Just right.
Sorry, the sound of the lizardmen and their claws going reminded him of home.
Aww.
Remember his puppies.
I never had a hole.
Okay.
I did. Shalia says.
So, this room, you see a throne towards the back. In front of the throne is another pedestal with some sort of plaque. Behind the throne looks to be a large sarcophagus.
Oh, yeah.
And then on the left is an entry into another chamber that looks like it's collapsed halfway through. And on the right is a chamber that looks like somebody's built sort of a crude wall in front of it. It's not natural. Somebody clearly doesn't quite go up to the ceiling, but it definitely has been placed there. It was not, and so that's what we got. We got
Do we get the
black
impression?
throne in the sarcophagus.
Do we get the impression that we are in a combat situation anymore?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
No.
Then I think Shalia would suggest that we all split up, perhaps, because it doesn't seem like it's a big chamber.
Yep.
Shall we look around? And then...
Games on sarcophagus!
I guess.
A bark tells me that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
So we got the throne, the plaque in front of the throne, and the sarcophagus behind the throne.
The wall doesn't happen to have like a door or something, right? It's just a wall that they've built.
No, it's just a wall that's been built.
All right. Then Shalia goes to the throne and rolls perception.
Okay.
perhaps unsuccessfully.
Are you gonna stop at the plaque?
Yes.
Okay. It says the plaque says it says here. His name again.
Telman Jure.
Yes. Here. Well, you could help him read it if you want. It's in that same language.
Oh, okay.
It says, "Here lies Telman Jure. If you are a son or daughter of the builders, please come forward and receive the knowledge contained within."
Shalia would do it.
Are you feeling brave enough to
Absolutely.
learn the knowledge within? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so where are you going? So you're the plaque.
Not you. He'd go sit on the. He'd go sit on the. Is what he says to us. No. Shalia perhaps goes and sits on the throne.
Okay. Nothing happens. Roll a d20 in a box.
Me? 7.
Okay. You're not sure. The translation's a little tougher. You're not sure about the word within. It might be a different preposition. Okay, and you said you want to go to the where?
Sarcophagus.
Okay. So you go over to the sarcophagus, and when you cross this line, you feel like a slight resistance, but and then you push through it.
Okay.
And then you're here, and the sarcophagus is here, and it's what you would expect of a really nice sarcophagus. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Am I adding anything to it?
What you're doing a perception check
Oh, okay.
or a search, I guess, or whatever it's called. I don't know.
Yeah, it's perception.
Yeah.
14.
14. It's definitely bigger than it needs to be to hold a body.
Ooh.
So I'm going to say right now, you can keep examining if you want. All right, what are the rest of you doing?
Mara would go up to that little wall
Okay.
and investigate.
Roll a perception check.
You can do it. I believe there is in you.
No.
Okay. You hear some voices from somewhere back here, not in a language you recognize, but you do with the perception. It's good enough roll where you can still recognize they sound scared. And what are you doing, Ox?
I think I'm going to move right between them.
Okay.
Keep an eye on both of them.
All right. Roll a perception check.
Okay. And that's 12.
12. Okay. All right. Now what?
Could I at all try and read the plaque, or is it just I would not?
You could
be
try
able to?
again.
Damn. Well, that's definitely a 9. Would that be history?
No, it's knowledge. It's just a straight intelligence roll. Really.
Oh yeah. Then if that is the case, then yeah, it's a 9.
So no, you don't know what it says.
Damn. All right, then can I mosey on over to the other chamber real fast?
We're here.
Yep.
Okay.
See if there's anything in there.
Okay. Roll a perception.
Good question. What were you able to read from the first time that you tried reading from it?
Jack shit.
Okay.
Yep. So I did just about good the second time. That is a plus perception. I think that's a 14.
This is a cave-in, but you notice there's pieces of large pieces of wood and stone slabs amid the cave-in. So you can't tell if it was after it caved in or whether it got caught in the cave-in. So it's 14 total or 14 before you added?
No, it's 14 total.
Okay.
I couldn't attack. Probably.
All right. Do you want to do anything else to the sarcophagus?
Hey, Ox, help me open this.
Okay.
Sort of,
All right. So, Ox, when you get to this point, you also feel a resistance, but then you're able to push through. And you guys are going to open the sarcophagus?
yeah.
All right. It's actually not that hard to open. I mean, with your combined strength. You open it, and inside is like the mummified, desiccated remains of a human. Probably mostly just at this point dust. The sarcophagus is it's maybe like 5 feet off the ground, but the part that the remains are in are only like 2 feet shallow.
Okay, since we noticed this, I kind of turn to Ox and I go, I think I sense a false bottom.
You think so?
Yeah. I think I sort of like reach in and sort of like push my weight on it, like, think!
Okay. What are you doing?
Put your hands on it.
Can I like try to move the wall anyway? Or take it apart?
It could be taken apart.
Can I try to take off a piece of it?
Okay, roll a strength check.
Mess it up.
Show me them gains.
Come on.
So
Yeah.
Them gains,
All right, so
man.
you start taking
BBAF.
the wall apart.
Fucking punches it.
Play them.
Kill Bill style, like. Blow that bitch up.
Drop kick.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get ready to pick up that corpse.
Mm-mm.
We might need a little crawl in there.
I think at this point, Shali is like, I wonder what kind of fucking tomb would have like a huge-ass antechamber, as well as like to all of the gods. Like, who was this?
You
dude?
hear a voice from behind the wall in a broken common tongue go, "No, please, leave us alone."
Do we all hear that?
No, just her.
I would turn to Porter and be like, I think there's someone behind the wall.
Please, leave us alone. Leave our wall, please.
Not sure who will.
I'm like, we'll answer them.
Who are you?
We live here. This is our home, please. We mean you no harm.
We don't mean you any harm either.
Then just leave us alone, please. We'll rebuild the wall, thank you.
Okay. She kind of steps back, like, oh, okay.
I love it. It's like, we don't mean you any harm. It's like, we're just stealing.
I'm breaking down your wall.
Roll D20.
God damn it! It's a 5.
You really should like put more work into the roll.
I don't know what my shakies are gonna do to make the roll not shitty.
Practice.
Sean, you noticed that what you thought was maybe a table lodged into the rubble
Yeah.
is starting to move and open.
The table?
Yeah. Like, you thought it was a table, but it apparently is a door.
I kind of take a step back. And like probably like ready. I guess I wouldn't have to ready a spell, but I would holler like. I'd probably tell everybody like, everyone shh, and then just maybe like watch it for a second. I'm probably like readying my action and have my shield in front of me.
All right, it opens and you see a lizard man pop out.
All right.
And he sees you and he runs up to attack you. Roll initiative.
He in or everyone?
That's
Everybody.
a fucking 2. Well, it's a 3, I guess. But since I readied myself, it wouldn't like take me by surprise. Anyway.
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
5.
13.
Rolled a natural 2 as well.
All right, so who got the highest?
9.
13. You're up first.
I holler.
I would move to go right behind Shalia.
Okay.
Is it room to ready my bow and shoot it?
You
or
can
is
shoot.
Shalia
You
the
can
way?
shoot past Shalia.
Can I shoot past Shalia?
Yes.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Do it.
A 17?
That's definitely a hit.
Oh, okay.
Roll your damage. You rolled a 17 before
I
your...
rolled a 17
Yeah,
before.
that's definitely a hit.
8. So an 8 plus 1
Plus
your dex.
dex.
plus 3, so
12.
Alright, you catch it in the arms.
This isn't one that we've
Right.
fought before, is it?
You know, one lizard man, they all kind of...
Whoa.
Racist! You
they got a
you don't
sweet
think it is because they're not damaged.
Okay.
So.
They can take it.
And he kind of moved to the side. Another one's going to
Oh,
be there.
God damn it.
All
Okay.
right, what do you do? Or who's next?
I had a 3.
I have a 5.
6.
They had 7, so they go.
Alright.
Bastard.
So this one is going to swing his club at you. 8? Nope. 16 plus 4.
Oh,
20.
bastard.
So you hit.
No, it's 16 plus 4. It wasn't 8.
No, I said 8 because I thought it was an 18.
Oh.
It's a 16. Because I can't see very well. The lizard folk. Club. 1d6 plus 2 bludgeoning damage. Bludgeoning. He bludgeons you for 8 points of damage.
My knees.
Your knees?
My knees. My beautiful knees. Definitely hurt though.
And this one runs.
Opportunity attack?
Yes.
Nice.
Roll! Hit him in the knee!
Fuck me, it's a 5. You suck! God damn it! You saw me! I rolled the dice! Oh! This is every time I play D&D, I was waiting for it to happen and it's happened! God damn it!
This one sings a club at Mara and dodge out of the way.
No, I don't want to get my
Alright.
shit juice all
Who's
over
next
it.
in
I
the order? I
can't
think
roll.
Cox is.
I am.
Fuck!
Okay, alright.
Help me open this!
Alright. I'm going to cast Darkness right around there. Right where
Okay.
they're coming in from.
Alright, cool. And this whole area fills with darkness.
Yep.
Okay. Including this guy.
15 foot radius.
You want to catch this guy in it?
Yeah.
Okay. He's dark. He's very dark.
So, and it's so dark that even if they have like dark vision, they
Yeah.
can't see.
Okay. Alright, who's next?
Oh,
Or you can
I
move too
wanted
if
to
you
move-
want.
I wanted to move closer to the in there too.
Closer in here?
Yeah.
Like here?
No, closer into here.
Oh, okay. You go. Another pop. Where do you want to go?
Just closer into the entrance where the lizard men are coming from.
Like here?
You're trying to
Okay.
force choke the dog?
Alright, who's next?
Me, I think.
Okay, go ahead.
I am seeing that Ox has abandoned me in my efforts to open the sarcophagus. I sort of like put my feet in by where the mummy's feet are, and I just start jumping up and down, trying to. That.
Yeah.
So you're trying to push down.
Yes.
Nothing's happening.
Oh, nothing's happening.
Crushed a dead guy.
He's dead. It's fine.
In him.
But roll a perception
Perception. Okay, so my perception is 15.
check. Okay. You do feel it like pushing down, and it like wobbles a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it can be pushed down.
There's a way to get this off. Okay. I, sort of as a... Well, that was my major action, wasn't it?
If you don't move, you can do something else. You can try a different thing.
Okay. So from where I am, I'm pretty sure I can see in my line of vision from here to there, right?
It's all dark. You can't see anything.
I can see here.
Yeah.
I will.
But you understand what I'm saying. So imagine this is the sarcophagus, right? Mm-hmm. And you're pushing down on it, and it's kind of going like this. As you push down on it, as if it could be moved, but you're not pushing it in a way that it could be moved.
And I can't read the plaque, but no.
But we read the plaque to you.
Yeah.
We couldn't understand. We couldn't
You read
understand.
it to us.
Yeah, what it said was, it was a knowledge. Was it knowledge
within.
Yeah.
Knowledge within.
You think the within is what is tripping you up.
Yeah.
Might have been a different preposition.
Knowledge. Below, atop.
All right.
I sort of
Push the whole sarcophagus.
yeah, I sort of like look around and see if there's any place around the sarcophagus I can start patting and.
Okay. Let's see. Roll another perception check.
18.
Okay. You're pretty sure the whole thing could be slid to the side. Roll a strength check.
Oh, I'm pretty weak.
Come
Okay,
on, you got this.
11.
You're gonna need help, but you're sure it can be moved to the side. All right. Who's next?
It's me.
It's me, Mario.
Okay, so because they're in darkness, could I walk away without getting an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Balling. I will. Okay, yeah, I walk backwards.
Cleric!
Moonwalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Billie Jean, I need you!
Be like, what?
Shalia,
Yes.
push with me!
What?
Yeah!
And then I guess he would go do that. And also be like, is there any way out of here? Because I just got hit in the knees.
So together you're able to push it to the side, and you can see there's a 5 foot wide steep staircase going down.
Let's go. And Shalia goes.
Is it you not gone this round?
Oh no, that's first.
Oh, that's right. Did you go? Everybody went?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna. So next round, you're up.
Okay.
There's a lizard man.
Right in front of me.
Now you can disengage. He will get an attack of opportunity, but you could run down the thing if you wanted
Is
to.
that what we're deciding to do?
The Shalia wants to.
Okay, I would disengage.
All right. So he's going to make an attack of opportunity against you. He misses. All right, and you're going to run down the stairs.
Yes. Bye.
Okay. All right.
it's like-
Lizard guy's opportunity is like, what? He
Let's
see.
Play dirty! Exactly. Some mummy dust.
He's gonna try to club
Aw.
Ox.
Awesome.
Missed.
Ox! You
All right. So now who's next in the order?
The lizard man.
No, that's them.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, it's not
okay.
you.
Then it's me.
They're all tripping over each other in the dark.
Alright, can I make it to the sarcophagus?
Yeah.
Alright.
He's gonna get an
attack
attack.
last
Yeah.
Just from one though, right?
Ooh, you got a 19. You got a hit. So you get bludgeoned for 6 points of damage. So you've taken a total of 9. Alright, and then you go. Alright. And by the way, when you went through this thing, you also felt like a pop. Alright, so everybody down the sarcophagus?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. The last person out, you notice this guy runs over, but when he gets to this line, he stops and he's like banging his hands on something unseen. Like there's a force barrier there, and he seems frustrated.
That's scary.
Okay.
But not our problem.
All right. So you go down the stairs,
Dippity doo dah bye.
feeling safe that they cannot pursue for some reason.
Woo! It's good to be human.
It goes down very steep for 20 feet. These are like 45-degree stairs, very, very steep.
I roll a dex check to make sure I don't fall.
They actually come out like into the room, so they they don't go right to the edge of the room. They actually come down through the ceiling into the room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And there's a chamber, and it's glowing. The walls are glowing, so you can see quite easily. Well, there's another reason it's kind of glowing, which I'll tell you in a second. There's a pair of very ornate double doors on the end. Then there's a door on each side, very ornate, with a lock with a keyhole. And then this double door has a lock with 5 keyholes. And there's another little plaque right here. And then right here, you see, I'll tell you what you see, what you really see. Well, the plaque says, welcome, it says, welcome sons and daughters of the builders. Hopefully you are here to claim your birthright. But first you must be deemed worthy to unlock the secrets of the builders.
So it seems it would have seemed that we have stumbled upon a cloister of trials.
Cloister.
As long as there are no...
Now, for the key thing that's in the room.
As long as there are no... I lost my accent. I don't even know who I am anymore.
Who am I? I don't know who I am anymore.
Exactly. As long as there are no lizard people here... yeah, fuck. There are no lizards, I'm fine. Shalia says, coughing a lot into his hand.
Molto bene, molto bene.
See.
Oh, it's actually Italian.
All right.
Bada bing.
Okay, that's insulting.
Right here is a 15... this room is tall. It's like 20 feet up and then it's arched. Right here is a beautiful 15-foot tall white marble statue of a beautiful-looking older man in robes. One of the statue's hands is holding a simple balance made of a pale gold metal. The other hand is holding a chain with links made of the same metal. And the other end of the chain is formed into a harness around a large white living unicorn. You notice a golden key attached to the harness near the unicorn's chest.
So if he's holding a scale...
So he's like this. He's holding a scale.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's got his other arm out. There's a chain that goes around as a harness this unicorn, and the key is attached to the harness. Or a key is attached to the harness.
Can we reach for it?
Are you gonna? Right, you guys are here by the platform. This will be what's it? Little unicorn. We have a horse figure.
Let us check. We may indeed have a horse figurine.
Or something that's.
So is it a unicorn statue?
No, it's a
live ass unicorn?
Yes.
Okay, well that's
wow.
horrifying.
That's very different.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
like that's defo fake in our world, right? Like we're not. Are unicorns a thing for us? I mean, elves don't exist. Why would unicorns? Is that a thing that we're?
No, monsters and creatures exist.
Okay, it's still scary.
Unicorns are generally considered to be nice, beneficial creatures.
Yes, but
Often intelligent.
I don't like friendly things. I don't like kindness.
Jesus.
Shalia's like the Grinch of friendship.
What do you like, Shalia? Like you're a religious person, but apparently that made you very small.
Whoa.
Sorry.
I want to ask the unicorn something. All right, 2 hooves. Is it okay to grab your key?
Oh, thank you for that.
It's not a unicorn, but it's 4-legged.
Great.
Like stamp your hoof 2 times if yes, 1 for no.
So, you talk to the unicorn, it just looks back at you, it has sad, expressive eyes.
Can
That doesn't help.
I think Shalia would go and maybe very tentatively try and touch it.
Okay, so you move towards the unicorn. It seems a little skittish at first, and then you touch it, and then it seems to like being petted.
Awesome. I defo pet that unicorn and maybe see if I can't get the harness off of it. Or yeah.
It's wrapped really tightly. There's no way without breaking the chain.
Can we get the key?
The key is linked.
Is there a
There's
lock?
a link through the key is attached to the
Is
chain.
there a lock that I can unlock?
There's no lock.
There's just the balance on the other hand, right?
Yeah.
I approach the balance, the scale, and see if I can tip them.
You can, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Like
Okay.
it's not really made to even be moved. It's like a solid piece of metal. So you would bend the metal.
And there's no way you can tear it off the arm without breaking the chain or something.
Tear what off?
Tear the chain.
You could try breaking the chain.
Yeah. Gosh. I mean, if unicorns are, Charlie would continue betting. I wonder how it would even survive down here.
Unicorns are interesting creatures. They don't eat for sustenance. Their blood is special. So if you consume it, it's to live a cursed life.
Excuse me. Are we?
Yes.
Is the harness made of metal as well?
It's made of a pale gold metal.
Can I give you some of my bardic knowledge in regards to unicorns?
Yeah.
To kind of learn what their relationships were with men.
Okay. They're wingmen.
Yeah. It would be plus knowledge, right?
Sure.
Or plus intelligence. So 19.
Okay. Okay. You actually studied a little bit about unicorns, and you know that they're considered to be good creatures, touched by heavenly gods. They're considered to be intelligent. They speak languages that humans don't understand, but supposedly they can also reach into your mind. They supposedly have magical powers and can heal and teleport.
Ooh, they can teleport. So why are they chained?
Probably magic inhibiting chain.
Is there a way we can talk to it and ask it what we can do to help? That's actually what Shalia does.
It doesn't respond, it just looks at you with its eyes.
Shit.
You also hear something sliding behind you, and you notice that something has slid over to cut off the stairs.
Is there the doors in the back? Is there? There's no lock on this, is there?
There's 4 doors that all
Yeah.
have one lock.
Yeah.
That looks like it has the same key.
I'm talking about the unicorn. There's no way to unlock it.
The
there's
chain, no, it's just. So these 4 doors all have a lock. It looks to be the same lock, and assuming you look around because you're not doing much else, you can tell that from what you can tell, the lock on the unicorn would fit those locks. And then this door has 4 keyholes plus the lock.
I have the Fork of Cafez, which opens something unopenable once a day. Can I open one of these doors with that?
You could try it.
I will try.
Okay.
And so I just think I grab my strange little fork.
How many times a day?
Just once a day.
Okay. So, which one would you like to open?
The one at the one that I'm standing closest to. Yes.
Okay. I can do that.
Let's see if it works at all.
It opens.
Nice. What do we see inside? There's. This is like a Price is Right situation.
Okay. I should have kept these in order. You see a room.
Fucking crossbow just.
Crossbow. The music's coming out from the...
Here's where the rest of my sheets go. All right.
You winning? Crossbow.
Bolt to the chest.
Head.
Behind there's just like a army
Alright.
clapping, like he's dead. It's great.
All right. You open the door to reveal a 30 by 30 room.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
6 squares by 6 squares?
yes. On the left side of the room are 3 8-foot long polished wood tables with white marble tops. On the top of the first table are 3 large copper bowls, 4 copper cups, and 2 copper pitchers. There's also an open copper canister under the table. The second table is covered with an assortment of books, and the third table seems to hold an assortment of simple games and musical instruments. On the right side of the room are 2 small beds separated by a smaller table similar in design to the other tables. There's a large copper wash basin on the table as well as a small copper dish and a small copper basket. In the middle of the room is a large ornate carpet set diagonal to the room, which covers about a 20-foot square area on which there is a large couch, 2 large armchairs, and 2 low tables arranged into a sitting area. In the corner right in the far corner is a narrow wooden door. On the far side of the room, centered on the wall, is a large metal wheel about 6 feet in diameter. The numbers 10 through 0 are written on the plate near the outer edge over about 3/4 of the plate. So imagine a giant wheel with these numbers. Currently the number 10 is on top at the 12 o'clock position. Directly over the plate is a thin metal arrow pointing at the 10. Next to the wheel is a metal lever currently in the up position.
Can I see if the door opens at all?
The far door?
The far door does it open.
Okay. When a player crosses more than 10 feet into the room, there's a flash of light and a moment of disorientation as all party members are teleported into the room.
Ah, crap.
Thanks for that.
I'm sorry. It just wonderlanded all of you.
Yeah.
And the door is closed shut with a solid sounding thump.
Damn it.
You hear what sounds like a low buzz as you notice the wheel that's on this wall is now turning slowly counterclockwise.
Oh, shit.
You estimate it will take about 10 minutes before the wheel reaches the 0 position. You also notice that the bowls now contain food. The basket on the table between the beds holds several washcloths, while the dish holds a large bar of soap. So, and then the little wooden door is here.
Oh, if we're gonna die, we're gonna die comfortably.
We're gonna eat.
Yeah, let's wash the dishes.
Yeah, let's wash the dishes first.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what Shali does. I mean, and also I think he apologizes because he's fuck. Like, we just talked
There
about
are 3 large copper bowls covered with domed lids. Inside the first one is a variety of fruits and nuts. The second one contains several loaves of fresh bread. The third contains a variety of roasted meats. The pitchers, one contains water, other looks to be a generic wine. And then the canister under the table is 18 inches in diameter, 2 feet tall, and empty. The bottom of the canister seems to be an odd black void that gives off very little light. And then there's the door, the little door. Which, are you going to examine it?
Yeah.
Inside the door is a 5-foot deep, 5-foot wide alcove that seems to be a privy. The toilet opening seems to be made of copper. The toilet opening is only 2 feet deep and ends in a black void.
So, question is this...
I'm going to say 2 minutes have elapsed and the counter is now at 8.
So, here... So the question is...
So here's the
this
wheel and then there's a lever next to it.
Is this a boon or a trial? A temptation or a welcome?
Trial. I mean,
There's
this
no,
is a trial.
Okay.
There's no any plaques or anything. Nothing. We just got to figure it out
I
ourselves.
think the only thing I can think of is let's clean up.
Yeah, let's clean up.
Let's make the food and
The food's already
make the
made. The
beds,
food's cooked.
That's already.
and
Food's
perhaps
Beds are ready for you.
set,
So do we
set
eat?
everything out.
No, we
So
should.
the wheel is turning. It's going to take another 8 minutes to reach 0, and then there's a lever in the up position next.
Who feels brave enough to pull on that thing?
I do.
I think Charlie is like, let's wash up and perhaps eat. I mean, fuck.
That is the most unconvincing argument.
7 minutes
ever.
left.
Just pull the lever.
I literally just go up and pull the lever.
Okay. When you pull the lever, it latches into the down position. The wheel stops turning. You hear a mechanical noise from within the walls and beyond the room. The wheel then turns back quickly clockwise to the 10 position. The lever snaps back to the up position, and the wheel begins to turn counterclockwise slowly again.
So the timer has restarted.
So
Yes.
this means that we have 10 minutes to do something, and we can continue doing this over and over and over again, unless it reaches 0, which I'm not willing to let it. Shalia chucks one of the fruits into the void.
It just disappears.
Oh, there's fruit. Goodbye. Can we roll a perception check to see if there's anything in here that would give us a hint?
Sure.
19! Wait, plus 4.
19.
13.
23.
22.
I've told
That's
you
it.
everything that you can find about this room.
Alright.
18.
The wheel continues to turn.
Well,
So we just gotta sit here and look at good food.
Maybe let's set the table.
Let's set the table.
alright. I think that, honestly, that's the only thing I can think of here. We set the table, perhaps play a game. I don't know if they want us to be a
Alright.
family. With a capital F.
At any point, are you going to pull the lever?
Yes.
At what point?
After the dishes have been set.
Yeah.
But I mean, when the dial is at what?
And then to reset it back to 10.
Yeah.
Let's reset it after.
We set the table.
Yeah.
But at what number?
I would
Oh,
say lower.
let's say 5.
Okay, so you pull it down and it resets to 10 and starts turning again.
Okay.
So at this point, we've done 7 minutes in this room.
Yeah.
The table is set. There's food on the table, water and wine both set. Is there any sort of like fixtures besides the privy and all that stuff?
Just the games, the instruments, stuff to eat with,
Let me
bar
check-
soap, washcloths.
Let me check the void again. Is it growing as its timer goes down?
No, not at all.
I think there are games. There's a washcloth. I think that we need to. I feel like let the timer run out.
I kind of really want to eat.
Let's eat.
Yeah.
Okay, let's eat.
Let's see.
Okay, are you going to let the timer keep going?
There's not much we can do besides reset it.
Okay, you're going to reset it again, or when are you going to reset it?
I think we reset it and then
Let
sit
it
down
run.
to
At
eat.
what number?
We reset it at
Let's try.
4.
4.
Okay, you reset it.
All right.
And it goes back up to 10.
Yep.
And we itakimasu.
All right, the food's really good. Tasty, it makes you feel good.
And then again, actually, I think Charlie would be like, let's reset it at 9.
Okay.
And
At
then
9?
Go back. Yep.
Okay, it goes back, starts turning again.
Then reset it at 8.
Same thing,
At 7.
same thing,
At 6.
same thing,
5.
same thing,
4.
same thing,
3.
same thing,
2.
same thing.
And nope, that's it.
So
that's
we're-
as far as I'm going.
I was gonna say we've done like 100 minutes. At
No,
this
no, no.
point.
I was just like, what the
Remember,
fuck
it
else are we
it
gonna
does
do?
go- it does go to 0.
No. Unless we want to wait
so
till
you're
0.
reset it at 2?
Yes.
Okay.
So after resetting it to 2, when Shalia goes up to reset it again, I kind of like grab him by the shoulder and put him down, just like be at peace.
After it resets it?
Yeah.
No.
All right,
Okay.
so it's reset
And then,
again.
are we waiting then for 0?
Yes.
Wait for 0.
All right, well, this time you have never let it reach 1.
Oh, like
It reaches 1.
As the wheel reaches the 1 position, you hear, and then each time the alarm is like, and each time it does that, there's a flash of light, and then it does it again, there's a flash of white light, and the wheel keeps turning.
Do you want to reset it?
yes, but don't put our lives on my hands.
I reset it.
Thank you.
You reset it, it goes back to 10.
How much is left of the food?
You've probably eaten like half of it.
There's instruments and games. Maybe we should play a game.
Yes. Go ahead, Bard. Play.
I'll play a game with Mara.
I play a game with the group about a group of adventurers who are trying to figure out what someone named Murtaris has gathered them around.
Now,
for.
do you keep resetting it?
No.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Until we're stuck here for all of eternity.
So, okay, you always reset it before it gets. You always reset it by at least the 1 position, or you let it go past 1?
I kind of feel like. Does anything change with what we're doing?
No.
At all? Okay, then I think we should just wait till it gets to 1. I feel like we have sat in here. I feel like at this point we've been in here for at least an hour, right? I mean, over and over and over, testing this thing out. So we've definitely been in here for over an hour. We've eaten, used the bathroom, I guess. The first time in this entire campaign. And then finally, Kobe. Exactly. And it actually opens a portal into the. But I guess we all just kind of, again, I'm going to place my bet that this wants us to be a family, and we're just going to do our thing. Does anyone want to take a nap? Shit, while we're here, get into bed. All right, and then we kind of
sleep and food.
Are you ever going to let that go past 1?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you let it go past 1?
Yes.
All right, when the wheel reaches what you would guess is probably 10 seconds left, the room is bathed in a red light. A longer alarm starts marking each second, like, and the whole room is like this deep red, and you can hear the sounds of machinery behind the walls.
Okay, so does this game have a save point?
You pull the.
Can we do this like fucking F5?
7, 6, 5.
I'm like scarfing the last of the food.
Is everybody pulling the lever? 3, 2.
Okay, I will. God damn it! No!
It resets to 10.
Do we get to leave now?
Nothing happens. So it just resets to 10.
You know what? Will this campaign end if we die in this room, Chris?
Why would you die? You have food, water.
We'll have to wait and
Okay,
see.
let's go. Let's just let it end, because otherwise we are literally going to die in this room. Are any of the books? Do any of the books have anything in them?
Nope. You're just like.
This is one of those faith things.
Yeah.
We have to leave it up to faith.
Yep.
Leave it up to the timer. Let's go.
All right.
Can I pray to my God?
So again, it reaches 1, and the white light flashes, and then it gets 10 seconds, and the room's bathed in red lights. Like,
we're sorry.
5,
genuinely
4,
like
3, 2,
like someone's
1.
Dramatic.
The wheel reaches 0 seconds in the 0 position. The room suddenly grows silent. The light resumes to normal. There's a loud click as the door to the room opens slightly. The wheel resets to the 10 position. You may exit the room. And you're back in the room with the unicorn.
Oh!
And I just like throw myself
Actually,
on the floor.
if the door opens, I want Shalia to bring out food for the unicorn.
Okay.
He brings out a banana.
Okay.
Do horses like bananas?
Yes, they do.
There you go. Unicorns like bananas.
Horses love fruit.
I
feed the unicorn. And apologize for being so
do
long.
believe we are at that time.
Go over like 10 minutes to see if they can figure this unicorn thing out? No? Okay. Cool. Alright. So that's where we leave off.
Yeah.
You cannot talk to Josue about the unicorn.
Okay.
Because he's
2 weeks.
because he knows.
Oh.
And yeah. Alright.
If you have to kill the unicorn,
You didn't cry.
I will if we have to kill it.
Kill with fire.
Well, I got Starfire.
You guys are going to level up to 4 before the next session. So.
Oh, wait, now? Yes?
Well, just do it before the next session.
All right.
So now.
Thanks so much for joining us today with the Chronicles of Crotty.
With the Chronicles.
Corollaire.
With the Chronicles.
We might actually reach the actual awakening.
Typical DM problems, like,
There.
right? It's like, these
There
are
we
our
go.
4
We'll go to
objectives.
chapter 2.
We're going to do it in like 2 hours, 6 hours later. Like,
Yeah, and that's, I mean, not that I don't like cutting things short, but
No.
I just know the way things work. It's
It'll
like,
go
just
on.
for this last puzzle, and it'll be like midnight.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played enough D&D in my life. It's
Yeah.
like, we go, well, let's just go pull that lever again. I was like, that was amazing.
I pulled the lever!
I pulled a lever.
I wish I could take credit for that, but I got that out of something. So.
Do you know what? That is, what do they call that? It's not flattery. Yeah, it's the highest form of flattery, right?
imitation.
Yeah,
Is the
it
highest
really,
form of
really,
flattery.
really is.
I added the idea that of all the creature comforts to keep you there.
Well, because I mean, I know Chris and I were talking before the stream. It was like, I'm a big fan of the storylines on the Sci-Fi Network.
Mm-hmm.
The acting's like, meh. But the stories are so good. I have stolen so many puzzles and traps off the Sci-Fi Channel
Nice.
So the
in
thing-
my campaigns.
The thing I got this from just had it be a simple room with no food, no water, so you would die in there eventually. But I thought it'd be much more interesting. Every 24 hours, all the food renews and everything, so you can literally
Like a Peter Pan.
stay in there forever if you.
Is it really good? I don't know.
Of course,
What
we're
did you
all
just
on edge,
consume?
You know, half of us are paranoid.
No, so thanks everyone for stopping in. I know that we had a few
So where do
people
these go?
lurking in there and taking a peek at what we're up to. So make sure and check us out, because I know that Maynard was talking about. Yes, we do have a Patreon. It's newly updated also. So I know that maybe there's some of us that are curious about what goes on behind people's dastardly deeds as a dungeon master, game master. So there is a Patreon down there where I will take pictures of some of our game masters' notebooks if you'd like to take a peek. Plus our podcast you can listen to 4 days early because of our Patreon. Those types of things. So make sure and just check it out. But we will be back 2 weeks. Right, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Right, team?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wallow in that for a while, everyone. And we will see you, 2 weeks? Back with Chronicles of Crotty.
Chapter 1, The Awakening, Episode 4.
We are... Yes. Oh, my gosh.
We might actually get to the awakening.
We don't know.
We might.
We don't know. They might just pull the lever all day.
Pull the lever.
Who knows what's going to happen? All right. Well, everyone have a good night. Make sure and pull up a chair and make time to tabletop.
Bye.